Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love this.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer, the Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on to something.
All right, here's what's going on in the nest.
Put us on. This is Dustin Nielsen. So Dustin does the morning show here.
Yeah.
It's 6 to 9 a.m. weekdays. You can also get it on 95.7 Cruise FM. So is this new merchandise?
This is the new merch.
Just
that we
put
get
it
in the
on.
store. Look at this. Brand new. Smell me.
You look great.
Smells.
Smells like it's straight out of the box.
Smells lovely.
You want to smell me?
Yeah.
Stay over. Stay over.
Stay over
That's
there.
really good.
Yeah. No,
I'm wearing new gear too.
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully
My
you guys
new
got some of
stuff.
this.
I already took my new stuff to my car because I was paranoid about forgetting it. But I had sweatpants
Reid
on
got
earlier today.
sweatpants.
I got sweatpants. They're super comfortable. I was wearing them over top of my shorts earlier.
Well, Dustin,
Yeah.
you own the place, so I
look
think you
great.
can get whatever
Yeah.
you want.
Have a great show, and I'm sure there'll be more Babcock news in about 45 minutes.
Oh, probably, yeah.
What do you think?
Probably. Yeah, who knows what else is going on with him. So he's Jason Milne. I'm Reid Wilkins. Zachary Kubish is at the technical desk. This show is 3 to 6 p.m. every weekday on Edmonton Sports Talk. We're live and local 6 to 6. We have pre- and post-game shows for the Oilers and the Elks.
sweatpants.
Oh, Justin got
Hey!
sweatpants as well. There we go. He didn't even remember. I didn't really remember what I thought I got a hoodie more like that. Is that a true hoodie, what you were wearing?
What would you call it nowadays? This is like a
Because I thought I was going to get like a fabric-y.
it's like a soft hoodie.
Athletic underhood.
Yeah, it's like the golf shirt material, which I also got
Yeah.
a really good. That golf shirt. I mean,
Premium.
let's face it. I look good in that golf shirt. That golf shirt and sweats. I should wear that to weddings this summer.
Reid,
someone invite me to your wedding, so I can wear the EST golf shirt and sweatpants.
Would you
Tucked-
actually go if
tucked
somebody
in,
invited you?
Tucked in.
I don't think you'd go.
Would I go to a listener's wedding?
Yes.
Probably not. I don't think that would be appropriate.
Well, if they're inviting you,
Yeah, but why would anybody invite me? It'd be weird.
Reid, a lot of people would invite you. Would you MC it?
Well, no, because I don't know them. It's not.
But you could get to know them.
Well, you wouldn't know them as well as people who've known them.
Maybe
over
that's
the
a
course
good
of
thing.
a lifetime.
Maybe that's a good
Yeah,
thing.
maybe I'm just driving the bus. I'm just
Get you some weekend gigs. Reid the entertainer.
emceeing weddings of only of listeners though.
You'd probably charge more than $50? Hey?
I don't even know what I would charge. I guess I would get a meal out of it. That would be fine. So we're here. Now Jay did something today. I don't know if a little bit. I didn't expect you to do this. It started to rain, and Jay immediately opened the back door and propped it open. Why
Yes.
did you do that? I was afraid it was going to get quite cold, and I'm in shorts today. I didn't even have my sweats yet.
There's just something nice about the sound of rain because it was pouring
Yeah,
at
rain-
points.
yeah,
Like you
couple
could hear
times,
it
yeah.
in the building, and the smell of fresh rain. Oh, it's so good.
Apparently, it is.
What are you laughing at, Coob?
Well, I mean, you don't have to win Harry Met Sally it. You know,
What's that mean?
Forget about it.
Who's Harry?
Billy Crystal. So you just wanted to hear the rain a little bit more.
Hear and smell.
Okay. What does rain smell like?
Fresh rain.
Don't we have a word for that? Wasn't that one of the words of the day?
Oh,
Or
maybe
the
it was.
smell of morning dew or something like that?
Right.
I can't remember what it was.
Fresh rain smells like fresh rain. I don't
All
know
right.
how
So
to-
you opened the back door and let everything in. It didn't get too cold. If it would have got too
Patriker.
cold, I would. Yeah, Patriker.
Yeah.
What's the exact definition of that again?
What is it? The pleasant, earthly, and distinct scent that fills the air when rain falls on dry soil after a long, dry spell.
Okay, so we hadn't had a long dry spell here. It's specifically after a dry spell, Patriker? Interesting. I thought it was just any sort of rain. Les in the Nasty just says, I think Bob Layton emceed events, possibly weddings. Yeah, Bob Layton was the DJ at my high school prom in May of 1991.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No.
He had a DJ company.
Come
and
on.
our school booked him. Yeah. And Bob Layton does.
Did he give you hot takes in between songs?
No, he just played the music.
I'm Bob Layton. And it says,
Here's Armageddon It by Def Leppard. This song is not about the end of the world. And Bob does ventriloquism. Did you know that?
Stop!
Yes, he did. You didn't
This
know
is
that?
lies.
No, Bob Layton does ventriloquism.
like with the puppet?
Yes. You didn't know that?
Does he do the Layton voice with the puppet?
I've never actually seen the puppetry. I've just seen him talk about it and post it on Instagram. Yeah, he's an interesting guy.
What were some of his characters' names?
I don't know.
The puppets.
I don't know that much about it, but I know that he has done it or does do it.
It would be fun to get Bob Layton on our show.
I could ask him. I don't know if I still have his number.
Ventriloquism.
Well, he
like-
could bring in a puppet and talk. I don't know if he would come on. Okay, we got to talk during the break. We got somebody who wants her play of the day up.
Okay.
Because Jasmine's been giving plays of the day for the Nubba.
Well, tell me what it is.
Is there well, first of all, she wants. I didn't look at the full baseball schedule. She wants Ohtani 7 strikeouts. Is he pitching for sure?
Yeah, he's listed as a starting pitcher for the Dodgers against the Pirates today. 4:40 first pitch.
Well, we got to get that in there.
That's it?
So Ohtani 7+ strikeouts, and then she'll I'll say give me NBA, and then we can get that in there. I think she's enjoyed doing that because I think her NBA ones hit last week, didn't she? Or one of the two hit?
Yep.
Yeah. That's been pretty cool.
Ohtani 7+ strikeouts?
Yeah. Taking on the Pirate. Where's the game? Well, it must be in Pittsburgh. Have you been to a game in Pittsburgh?
Reid, I haven't been to a game.
You haven't been to an MLB game? I'm
No.
sorry. Yeah, it was cool in Pittsburgh because you walk across the Roberto Clemente Bridge. At least we did it was 19 years ago. We went to a game. It's pretty cool.
The Roberto Clemente Bridge, you say?
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah. I never thought of that. Well, we'll get more on that later. There's a little bit of a teaser. All right. Here's what's coming up today. First of all, we want to just keep you company, maybe make you laugh, make you smile, make you think, make something tickle your brain that maybe you're like, oh, I want to talk about this with my friends. Reid and Jay said that. We will talk about the latest Mike Babcock stuff. Now there's going to be, I guess, a further investigation into the Columbus situation. Boy, the Oilers are hot and horny for this guy, eh? All systems go.
Yep.
Yeah, he's the guy. We'll talk about that. Marty Biron's going to be on the show. We love talking to him. We had him on earlier in the playoffs, and I said, Marty, can we bug you during the Stanley Cup final? He said, absolutely. So today's the day. Marty Biron at 5 o'clock. It is Wagon Wednesday for the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association and Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Greg Buchanan, my old boss in Lloydminster, he does the radio for WPCA, so he's going to come on to tell us about the storylines. Are they in Medicine Hat?
Correct.
After being in Bonnyville.
Correct.
They are off and running. Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, they're coming to the wire with their wheels on fire.
That would be interesting if they had to travel from Bonnyville to Medicine Hat with their chucks. And that would also be a race.
Right. Well, that's how Chuck Wagon racing started. Didn't it? That they'd be going from one location to the next. Yeah.
You've got your first formal invite to MC.
Oh, I'm sure I do.
Dr. John says, I'm getting married October 17th. Will you MC, Reid?
No.
It's in Ontario.
No, hard no.
What if he
October
covered
17th?
expenses and paid you?
Nobody would want me as the MC. I mean, it would be awkward.
You'd be surprised. I've MC'd, I think, 6 weddings.
Yeah, I've done. I don't know if it's been that many. I've probably done at least 3 or 4. I'm trying to think.
Well, what's the approach there? They say, well, you're a radio guy. You're great at emceeing. You should be. You have to be.
Yeah.
Right? Because I had a buddy from my class kind of do the same thing recently, like fresh out of radio and TV school.
Yeah, I'd
They're
like to MC.
Why not?
I'd MC your event.
That'd be a fun time. Well, my former instructor at Nate, he's got his marriage licensing certificate, so he can kind of do that and do the MC thing at the same time.
Oh, he's a 2-for-1.
Yeah, he's a 2-for-1.
He'll marry you and MC.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of, in a sense, do that, but a bit surprising.
I'd love to do events.
Oh, that'd be great.
I would.
MC events?
Yes.
Well, start your own company or tell people you want to do it.
What would it be called?
I don't know.
JMCM.
Jay on the mic.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, I don't know. Well, you could just be J. Milne, host.
J Milne Events.
So I keep forgetting, because I usually take my Def Leppard mug.
Oh,
home
yeah.
every
I was
week.
wondering
So
why you're...
I take it home on the weekend and wash it. And then I forgot to bring it back. So I've been drinking out of regular glasses this week. I keep forgetting to bring which you got me that Def Leppard mug.
I did. I got you two.
You actually got me two. So I usually keep one at home and one here. But I don't know. I like to take it home to wash it. I don't know why. Maybe I just feel like it's my responsibility. I shouldn't leave it on anybody else to wash or the dishwasher. I should do it myself. I'm a bit of a
It's nice of
take
you.
things on myself that way. Several ways to get in touch. 780-218-9999. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. That is how you can text us, River Cree Resort and Casino. They have their River Cree mobile app. It's free to download. Get exclusive offers and promotions. Get show tickets. Make reservations for hotel rooms and restaurants. It's safe, secure, and it's easy to use. The website, rivercreeresort.com. You can email Reid at edmontonsportstalk.com, Jay at edmontonsportstalk.com. And we like getting limericks from people. And the limerick topic today will be about being an MC.
Yeah, why not?
Something about being an MC.
And include fun names of what my MC company should be.
Yeah, true.
Like Ian's here says, Milne on the mic.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Library Pat. Glue Guy Productions.
Oh, that's really good.
That's really good.
Yeah, you could have like a stick of glue on a microphone.
Yeah, I'm just eating glue.
Yeah.
Or my microphone could be a Elmer's glue.
Yeah, something like that. That's more what I was thinking, yeah. Well, that's good. You can listen to us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. Those are excellent audio streaming apps. Make us a favorite or a preset on those apps and spread the word about EST and this show and about all the great work that we're doing. You can help us grow. You've been doing a great job of that. We have grown a lot, and we want to keep building. We are on YouTube. Edmonton Sports Talk is the name of the channel. Hopefully that's pretty easy to remember. Subscribe to it if you have not done so already. And if you are taking us in on YouTube this afternoon, click the thumbs up button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
We want to get to at least 100 thumbs every day. Well, we did the last couple of days. No reason not to be there today. We had the Mark Killam show on yesterday as well as all the Babcock talk. Really enjoy having the coach of the Elks on every Tuesday at 5, presented by the Edmonton Elks. Really good opportunity for us and for you to get a little more insight and thorough breakdown, evaluation, perspective of, in this case, the Elks' most recent game. We didn't really talk about their next opponent because they're on a bye, but certainly with Montreal, has Davis Alexander still not lost a regular season game as a starter?
Correct.
Right. That's pretty amazing. They lost the Grey Cup, and he started that one.
Did Davis Alexander to you just personify the term jock? Like he looks like
I
a
never
jock.
thought of that, but yeah, he looks like
he is jacked.
Are you just saying this because we saw his ass?
No, but he's just he looks like a jock's
the ass
jock.
of a jock.
That is the buttocks of a jock.
Yeah. So that's next Saturday, 2:00.
Home
opener for the Edmonton Elks.
You'll be there. I'll be there.
I'm going in my seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Maybe I'll come say hi.
You're going to be there. You can. I don't know why you'd want to.
You're so odd.
If you're in the press box,
why wouldn't I? I would love to come say hi
why
to your
go-
mom and dad too.
Okay, if you want to, sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Bobby and Louise, give them a big hug.
Okay, I think I've
Yeah, and I would talk to you just to try and annoy you.
Yeah, that would annoy me. It would annoy me. Yeah. When I cover the Oilers, I'm very lucky to sit in the press box, media level, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. And sometimes there might be someone I know at the game, be like, "Hey, Reid, come down and say hi during the intermission." And at Chet, I was on air during the intermission, so that actually wouldn't work. Like I had to explain, it's not party time for me when I'm at the games, like you and your friends going. I have responsibilities, and now I'm just like, it's such a pain to leave the secure area, and then I have to get back in. Like I make it sound like it's going through, high security.
Yeah,
so
you just want to sit there.
I don't know. Yeah. Derek in the Nasty Chat says, how many negative things are you going to say about Babcock today, Reid? LOL. People always looking for the negative in people and life in general instead of focusing on the positive. Well, Derek, I'll tell you what. I think you have the opportunity to interact with us. I don't know how much you're just being cheeky but list off the positive about Mike Babcock. And I'm not saying there aren't any, but tell us what you would like to discuss about Mike Babcock. I think we've been pretty thorough. And some of the things, Derek, that we're saying about Mike Babcock are based on the reporting of facts or what other people have said. I don't go around looking for negative things to say about people. I say, okay, here's a story. What's going on about it? No, I'll tell you. I will tell you this, Derek. I don't think the Oilers should hire Mike Babcock. If you think that's being negative, that's fine. I don't think that's being negative. I think that's a conclusion I have arrived at based on a number of things, including the fact that he hasn't coached in the NHL since November of 2019, which is neither negative nor positive. That is a fact. He hasn't coached for a long time. For a long time. But hey, Derek, if you think there are things about Mike Babcock we're ignoring or being unfair about, you can tell us. And we'll look at it. I will say, and we'll dive more into this later. If he is hired as the head coach of the team, then, as I say with any new acquisition by the Oilers or Elks or whoever, then we will evaluate how he does. Mm-hmm. I won't come on every day and be like, well, I didn't like it. What about this, this, or this? If he's hired, we'll evaluate his work. And I will say this. It's quite possible he comes in and is the greatest coach in franchise history. That could happen. Anyway. Do you want me to read Derek's comment right now?
You might as well. You're rolling here.
So Derek says, not all about HR, in brackets, human resources. Sometimes players have to toughen up. He says, when I played junior, Babcock was coaching Moose Jaw, and their teams always played tough. Yeah, I'm sure they did. And that's cool you played in the Western Hockey League. We'll have to look up Derek's page, assuming that's his real name. Derek, I want you to understand something, okay? And this is not Reid Wilkins attacking Mike Babcock. This is not Reid and Jay trying to block somebody from being a coach. The bottom line is there have been complaints about Mike Babcock and his behavior by people who have played for him. And these complaints are about bullying, intimidation, arrogance, attitude, stuff like that. This is not about, he asked me to be a better player. This is not about, he cut my ice time because I didn't give up a goal. These are things that are generally considered excessive in the hockey world. Now, there are people, who Belzy said, Kyle Roster said, best coach I ever had. And quite frankly, even people who are questioning his character or behavior are saying that he is a good hockey coach and maybe still would be in terms of X's and O's and tactics and dealing with stuff. But there's all this stuff about him that Derek, do you not think it's fair to question the Edmonton Oilers pursuing a coach who has this history and is now, perhaps they're going to have to wait even longer while the NHL investigates or reinvestigates stuff from Columbus a few years ago. That's all I'm saying. I mean, this is part of his story, Derek, whether you like it or not, or whether you like me or not. This is part of the story. We said this over the last couple of days. If you think he's the best coach, if you're fine with it, that's fine. But I'm trying to explain to you why it's being talked about. Like this is a major story in the hockey world for a lot of reasons. Who's that? Robert Beretta? Modano, 1,499 games played is enough to determine what type of a person he is. Right. So when we look at a possible hire, we look at the whole story. Yeah, Derek, I don't know what you want from me, dude. Like, newsflash, there are complaints about us in life as well, Reid. Yeah, Derek, I'm sure some people hate you. You obviously hate me. Congratulations. Like, I'm not sure what your point is. Okay? Put the keyboard down and take a deep breath, because you're going to start getting it from people in the chat. Forget about me replying to you. You're going to see what your colleagues in Listenerville, like, I don't know. Like, are you asking us not to cover this story, Derek? Are you asking us not to look into the potential head coach of the local NHL team, the number one team in town? I mean, then Derek, again, you need to change the channel. Because we will talk about Mike Babcock today and other days. And I guess you're not going to like everything you hear. Zulu says Babcock does not belong in hockey anymore. Is it Andrew or Andre? Or maybe it's Andre. Andre says, we don't all get investigated for our work conduct, Derek. Jeremy says Babcock doesn't need another chance.
And that's the general sentiment of what we've been hearing from our listeners. But you said it, and we've heard it, and Derek feels that way. There is the group that just wants to look at his production as a head coach on the ice. Right? Stanley Cup champ. Coaches a hard, tough style of play.
Right.
But when there's enough smoke around an individual, it needs to be talked about. Because what if the Oilers hire Mike Babcock? What's going to be asked of him? Are there going to be, there will be tough questions about this. Now, as we all know, if the Oilers, come out and they're sitting in first place in the Pacific halfway through the month of December, is this going to be talked about? Probably not. And if the Oilers do hire Mike Babcock, I hope it's never talked about again, to be honest with you. Because if it is, that means that these same issues that have followed him around his coaching career are happening here in Edmonton. And this franchise right now, Reid, cannot take a risk like that. Or the risk of it happening here. That would backfire in a massive way and potentially lead
I think
to the best player in hockey leaving.
And I don't know Derek, okay? I know he's in the chat, from time to time, which I appreciate. I'll try to explain it to him this way, okay? I think most people, Derek, let's say you owned a business, okay? And you needed a salesperson. And you got an application for a salesperson. And you knew somebody that used to work with this guy. So you called them up and said, hey, this guy's applying for a job. Didn't you used to work for him at this other business? And this other person said to you, yeah, excellent salesperson, got fired for stealing from the company. Like, Derek, would you just say, well, excellent salesperson, that's all I need to hear? Mm-hmm. I understand what you're saying, Derek. Okay, maybe the media can say negative things or focus on faults or shortcomings. I get it, but these are legitimate things that surround Mike Babcock and have for a while. Lots of good comments coming into the chat. I don't know if we're going to read all of them on air. We have other Babcock stuff to talk about. We do have some fun things to get to. Well, this guy's standing by here, so we better get to it. It's the afternoon headlines presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today.
This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. Hoops tonight in the Big Apple. Brunson Burner going head-to-head against Wemby. He's so tall, the Empire State Building asked him out for dinner. Investigation into Coach Babs. Investigation? Is this a hockey league or a Sherlock Holmes story? Hey, Jason Milne, is that a magnifying glass in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me? World Cup tomorrow. You know, the top scorer gets the Golden Boot. The Golden Boot is also what my brother-in-law got from the casino. I'm Chet Palmer.
Oh, man, there's a lot here. That's a good one. I like that. I would have thought... I'm kind of... Well, I don't want to be tough on Chet. Is he gone?
He's gone.
I thought maybe he'd go with a neat moniker for Wembanyama.
Well, I think he thought Wemby is just, how do you work on that? Wacky Wemby?
Wobbly Wemby?
Oh, wobbly, yeah.
Something like that. I'm surprised he didn't. No, I do not have a magnifying glass in my pocket.
Well, and if you do, what are you looking for?
And the World Cup, Reid, starts tomorrow. Can't believe it. I can't believe it.
It's hard to believe it's the 2026 World Cup. This used to just be a twinkle in our eye.
Reid, why is it that this is such a... I don't know, polarizing is the right word, because I feel most Oilers fans are not happy with what's happening with their organization right now. The odd person would be supportive of the hiring of Mike Babcock, but most generally aren't. I find this is getting an intense amount of reaction.
Yeah.
More than like, nobody's talking about that the Oilers interviewed Jim Hiller.
Your buddy.
Like, that is newsworthy.
Yeah.
But it's the focus on this. And like Richard texts into the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. I know most of the media are saying that Babcock is going to happen. I'm really frustrated. The bullying of Franzen was disgusting. I have hope that somehow Berube will be introduced as a coach on Friday. Not my first choice, but I don't want Babcock here. Thanks, Richard. And he also says hi to Derek.
Fair enough. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Let's get to the off-topic topic provided by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best can be is what they call the William Huff advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
Riding the Pine made a really, I think, smart thing. He says, I'd say we need a Babcock-like coach, but not Babcock.
Cassidy?
Right? Like, that is right, because I think Oilers fans also realize that the tough guy style coach is probably what this team needs right now. And that would be Mike Babcock to a T. However, there's baggage.
Yes.
There's baggage that's becoming increasingly heavier, I will say.
Yeah. All right, Koob, what's the off-topic topic?
Yes, sir. Well, I had some extra time before coming to work today, and I knew I had to get an oil change. So I go into the establishment, I sit there, and they offer me coffee, water, whatever. And they say, hey, do you want a newspaper? And I said, a newspaper? Sure, why not? Yeah, okay, I'll pass the time somehow. I was, catching up on all the Babcock news. I just needed a break for a second. So I do end up going to the sports page, but one of the major stories that I see is that the Gordie Howe International Bridge is set to open this Friday in Windsor, Ontario. So this is a bridge, $6.4 billion, spans 2.5 kilometers, 1.5 miles, clears a span of 853 meters, making it the longest cable-stayed bridge in North America. It goes across to Michigan, Detroit, a huge bridge. And for those viewers on YouTube, you could see it, an absolutely lovely, beautiful white bridge.
That's
Just
opening
gorgeous.
when?
This is opening this Friday. There was some reports that it may be delayed, but that's when the ceremonial opening is supposed to open. And on the 15th is when people can drive over.
So this is from
said
Windsor
bridge.
to Detroit?
Yes.
It wasn't there. Isn't there?
The Ambassador
Bridge.
Bridge, yeah.
So this is another bridge across the border.
Sure.
Interesting.
Yes. And it's named after the great Gordie Howe. So the off-topic topic today is, what is a location or thing named after an athlete. The best one that stands out to you. And I guess, right here in the city, we have Wayne Gretzky Drive. That's one that stands out to me. Mark Messier Trail there as well. So those are two local ones in Edmonton here, but there are for sure some great. What did you say? Roberto Clemente Bridge?
Yeah, in
as
Pittsburgh.
Well? That's another one. So
the
Nassies,
off-topic topic is best location and or thing named after an athlete. The first thing that comes to me, well, there's two that came to me right away. And one of them's not great. Tommy John surgery.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That's a tough one. Like, that would suck to be Tommy John. Because every time you talked about it, it's in a negative manner. The George Foreman grill.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's iconic.
Yeah. Well, I actually have one. I think it's going to take the cake, quite frankly.
Ooh. Okay, wait. Is it a location or a thing?
It's a location. It's a location in every hockey rink in the world.
Wait.
And it speaks to this player's ability.
Yes, I know what this is.
Gretzky's office.
Yes.
Oh.
How about the...
That's pretty good.
A move that, well, the son of this NHL player is still suiting up and playing for the Nashville Predators. The Forsberg move. Or the Datsyukian Deke.
Oh, the Forsberg is
spin.
the reach back.
Oh, the reach back?
From the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been good if that kid that scored the first Michigan goal, remember? Like where you pick it up. If it was his
named
name
after him. I don't remember who it was.
He should have
just the Michigan. He should have
copyright on that.
Should have said that's me.
Sure.
All right. So that is the off-topic topic for William Huff. Best location or object named after an athlete. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We do have Marty Biron coming up a little bit later on. He's always great to talk to about the Stanley Cup Final and about the Mike Babcock story. Here's the Coob with the sports update.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL has opened a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. And according to multiple sources, the Chiefs are adding 2 years to Patrick Mahomes' contract. The adjusted deal is set to lock him up through the 2033 season. Out east, the Spurs take on the Knicks. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. San Antonio made it a 2-1 series after snapping New York's 13-game win streak. In Game 3, tip-off goes at 6:30 to the majors. The Blue Jays have taken Max Scherzer off the 15-day injured list, designating Connor Siebold for assignment. Scherzer returns to start for Toronto in their closer tonight against Philadelphia. First pitch just after 5. Right now, there's a pair of games live, both in the 6th inning bottom 6. It's the Nationals up by 5 over the Giants. At that same time, the Reds and Padres are knotted to a side top of the 6th inning. To soccer, Canadian midfielder Ishmael Kone missed today's training session with a fever. That makes his status unknown for Canada's World Cup opener on Friday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. This sports update is brought to you by Say the Reid Sport Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you've got a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780-460-9977 or visit their website at saythereidsportmed.ca to book an appointment. Today, more with Reid Wilkins, Jay Milne. Stay tuned as we'll be back after the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Two guys and a goalie.
Babcock will play 97 and 29, the least out of any coach we've seen in the McDavid era. Hire it or fire it?
Fire it.
What? I think it's got to be a hire it. That's why it's being brought in.
No one has been able to do that yet. And some pretty established coaches.
Was it not Babcock that said Todd McClellan plays those guys too much? Yeah. That was him. Got to play them less than.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Get ready for a night of legendary Canadian rock. The River Cree Resort and Casino presents Honeymoon Suite live on June 25th. Sing along to the hits that defined a generation, including New Girl Now, Feel It Again, and more. As Honeymoon Suite takes the stage for one unforgettable night of music and energy. Don't miss Honeymoon Suite June 25th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Blue Guy's Place, having some beer. Laughing so hard, you just are in tears. Sunday afternoon, what should you do? Hop in the hot tub for some peekaboo. Hot tub peekaboo, splashing around.
All right. Thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon.
Hot tub peekaboo.
What is this? Oh, this is Hot Tub Peekaboo. All right. Oh, my goodness. The things that happen during the commercial breaks sometime.
Tony Romo loves his Skechers.
Oh, my God. Can we say what just
we
happened?
have to.
Please do. Yeah.
So, Coop, so our off-topic topic is locations or things named after athletes. And Coop says, well, wasn't Tony Roma somebody? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, Tony Romo? I was like, Tony Romo was a quarterback. And he's like, yeah, and he's got that restaurant. Sorry, Coop. Close.
So close.
That ties in Brian Hall into all this. But anyway.
What does he know about Tony Romas?
I can't right now.
What was their thing? They had the
Tuesday was a rib special. Is there still a Tony Roma's? Now I'm going to say it.
Yeah, there's one right around the corner from here. Is there not?
We should walk in and be like, how come you don't have any more merch from his days in Dallas? You don't have more like.
But didn't they have like the stack or no? What was the deep fried onion? Was it a bloomin' onion?
Oh, no one knows, Jay. I can't confirm or deny. Portions of this hour presented by the 1-0 Edmonton Elks. Of course, go to goelks.com/tickets. They are 1-0. The home opener is against the Montreal Alouettes on Saturday, June 20th at 2 in the afternoon. And this ties into our coverage. That's Saturday. Next Saturday at 1 o'clock, you and Awanak will have the Green and Gold kickoff show and then the Green and Gold
this is priceless
post-game show.
Cactus Cut Potato says, yeah, like McDonald's, named after Lanny McDonald.
Yeah, that's true. Who can forget?
Yeah,
I guess
geez, we
McDavid
could-
had his own restaurant.
So Castor 1990 says there's 2 Tony Romas left in town, West End and Londonderry.
Because there used to be the Southgate one. Right on
there was
51st Ave.
51st Ave and Calgary Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got one 100th Ave, 171 Street.
Oh, my goodness. The Bloomin' Onion was at Outback.
Yeah.
Well, they got the world famous onion loaf, Spanish onions,
Cactus
breaded
Cut
deep fried.
Potato also said Tim Hortons for the off-topic topic.
Oh, that's like, how did we miss
come
that
on.
one? Yeah, how did we miss that one?
That's a banger.
That's going to be right up there. Best location, thing, object, restaurant chain, I guess, named after an athlete.
Well, speaking about Tim Hortons, there's an order that was vastly popular a couple of years ago on social media that people would go and order the Wayne Gretzky, which is literally, quite literally, you order a coffee and it's 9 cream and 9 sugar. For some reason, that was a thing.
That's
You can get the
disgusting.
Stanley Cup
Yeah.
as well. They'll stack donuts up on an ice cap. Apparently, it's a Stanley Cup. Who knows? There's some weird stuff that goes on there. Yep.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. We have to give away 4 vouchers to a Riverhawks game. So these can be cashed in for tickets to a game or games of your choice, right? Is that correct?
That's the way I understand it, Riedrich.
All right. The trivia question will be, and you have to text in the correct answer to the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. Okay, Jay. There's the answer.
Okay.
Who led the Montreal Expos in home runs their first year in the majors in 1969? Which player led the Expos in home runs their first year in the majors? Okay? And whoever gets that will get the 4 vouchers to a Riverhawks game. They played already today, didn't they, Coop? I think they lost.
They lost 8-5 to the Harbor
Because this
Cats.
was like the school kids game.
Yeah.
Hey, kids, get out and enjoy the sunshine.
They posted a funny video.
It was the school spirit and mascot mania game.
The kids were having fun
Against
in the
what
rain.
team again?
The Hobbitcats.
The Victoria. Sorry, what team?
The Hobbitcats.
The Hobbitcats. All right. Riverhawks, the 3-7.
The Hobbitcats.
On the season.
Yeah, 4 losses in a row now.
They lost today against the Hobbitcats.
From Victoria.
There's Hobbits in Victoria.
Yeah, there's a big harbor there. Victoria Harbor. I've never been to Victoria.
I've been to Victoria. Saw the Hobbit.
For football or for life?
For both. There's a Hobbit there.
No, wait. UVic doesn't have a football team, though.
Junior football.
Oh, junior. Oh, what's the team there?
Flew right over the Hobbit.
Don't tell me the name of the team. It's not Victoria. It's like something else.
Correct.
Oh, what are they called? Oh, I should know this.
VIR.
Vancouver Island Raiders.
Wow. Oh, that's Rashog's music.
Is that the name of the team?
Yeah, they're right beside the Hobbit. Yeah, it's Victoria
Why
Island
would they
Raiders.
call them Vancouver Island instead of Victoria, though?
I don't know.
I guess they represent the whole island.
And why Raiders? Raiders are there Raiders in the Hobbit?
Sure. All right. Well, this is a fun. Oh, Spency 5 Centsy, the Arnold Palmer.
That's good.
Is a drink. Now, that's a non-alcoholic drink, is it not? What is that not lemonade?
Iced tea?
Is that
50-50.
it?
Yep.
Is that all that's in it?
There's
I
a John
believe.
Daly. I think that's an Arnold Palmer with alcohol.
That's, yeah.
No doubt.
John Daly is like fries dipped in Coca-Cola and cocaine.
Jeepers.
Sorry, that's bad. That's mean.
That's okay.
Yeah, the Arnold Palmer, that's a good one. I didn't think about it. I like Tim Hortons, though. That's pretty good.
Well, how about the Terry Fox run?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, okay. That qualifies.
Yeah. It's an event named after
I think
an
we're
athlete.
missing a lot of
I think we're missing
really
some
easy ones.
Yeah, or
like the Grey Cup.
structures. High.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't an athlete, though. Was Lord Earl Grey an athlete?
I don't know.
Was it
It's
Earl
a hell of a
Grey?
team. Yeah.
Earl Grey.
Well, his tea's good.
Air Jordan.
Do we have a winner?
I'm going to have to put it into a thing and spin. There's several correct
If you put it
answers.
in the nasty chat, we don't acknowledge those. Okay, we'll have to do a randomizer. So I can say who it was?
Sure.
Pretty easy question, I think, for people of a certain vintage. The Expos team leader in home runs in 1969. Was you know who it is, Jay? Coob, do you know? Or did you know who it was before I gave you the answer?
No, I did not.
Do you know what his nickname was?
Haba?
Le Grand Orange.
Aha.
Coob, do you know who we're talking about?
Nope.
Awanek? Who was the Expos leader in home runs in their first year in the majors in 1969, also known as Le Grand Orange? Tim Salmon, I don't know, was he born yet in 1969? Rusty Staub. Rusty Staub. Waddock's like, just throw it out a name. Okay, fair enough. Cactus Cut Potato says the country of Jordan, named after Michael Jordan. That's sort of what we're looking for.
It's true.
a little bit of a skewed view of that. All right.
Okay, I've spun it.
You've done it already.
Warren is the winner.
Okay, so he's getting 4 vouchers to the Riverhawks.
Yeah, I will text you, Warren.
And we're giving away more tomorrow, is my understanding, if I understand the programming for my own show.
Say that again?
We're giving away more vouchers tomorrow.
Vouchers. Yes, we are.
Is that what they're called?
People, I've seen this now twice. My buddy Sickler texts me. He says, has anybody brought up Stan Mikita's Donuts from the Wayne's World movies? I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
That was the donut chain that they had Stan
Mikita's
instead of Tim
Donut?
Hortons, they went to Stan Mikita's Donuts.
That's a good one.
Now, somebody's made another mistake here in the nasty chat.
What's that? Oh, no.
They've said that the trivia question was too easy. Well, come back tomorrow.
That's a bad move.
Yeah, again, just to explain, I can't see the person's handle. Generally, we want people to win. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we can come up with by we mean I.
Well, you don't ask me for help.
No, I like doing my own thing.
Yeah, you're a trivia guy.
So we'll see what we can come up for a baseball trivia question tomorrow.
No, this is bad. This is bad. I know what's going to happen. Nobody's going to be able to get it. It's going to be a series of clues.
This individual will get it.
I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do. I know what you're going to do.
He wants to be challenged.
You're going to hand out multiple clues, and the first one's going to be like 12.
No, I'll do it as a question. I won't do it like Mystery Athlete. I'll do it as a question. But it'll be something. It'll be something. Oh, I think I know what it's going to be. And we're going to really, because it's going to be not just a baseball. I don't want to say too much. All right. Jay's play of the day coming up. The Oil Understood for GCL Diesel. Marty Biron's going to join us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline at 5 o'clock. Here's an update with my good friend Zachary Kubish.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL has opened a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss back in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. In other news, the Chiefs have agreed to a restructured contract with Patrick Mahomes that adds 2 years to his deal. The adjusted term locks him up through the 2033 season. Out east, the Spurs, take on the Knicks. Game 4 of the NBA Finals, San Antonio made it a 2-1 series after snapping New York's 13-game win streak with a win in Game 3. Tip-off goes at 6:30 for that. In the majors, the Blue Jays are in action. With Max Scherzer off the 15-day injured list, he gets a start in the closer against the Phillies. First pitch just after 5, and with the move, Scherzer coming off the IL, Connor Seabolt has been designated for assignment. Right now in the majors, 2 games are live, both top of the 7th. Reds up 3-2 on the Padres, while the Nationals have an 8-run cushion on the Giants. To soccer, Canadian midfielder Ishmael Kone missed today's training session due to a fever that makes his status unknown for Canada's World Cup opener this Friday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. The Elks have their home opener June 20th against the Alouettes. It's going to be a big one. Lock in your tickets now at goelks.com/tickets. Jay's Play of the Day up next for Play Alberta. You're listening to the Reid Wilkins Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Oil Stream.
Darnell Nurse, I could see in the most Oilers fashion. I would almost guarantee this. I think he will get traded at some point. I think the writing's on the wall, and I think he's starting to see that. I think he's a smart man, but I could just see wherever he goes, he would just flourish. He would just be so good. Like the pressure's gone, clean slate. I think he could have a career year.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey sports fans, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer's men's national team. The biggest sporting event in the world is coming to Canada this summer, and we hope that you're just as excited as we are. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't wait to share it with the whole country.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Get ready for a night of legendary Canadian rock. The River Cree Resort and Casino presents Honeymoon Suite live on June 25th. Sing along to the hits that defined a generation, including New Girl Now, Feel It Again, and more. As Honeymoon Suite takes the stage for one unforgettable night of music and energy. Don't miss Honeymoon Suite June 25th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Somewhere, someone is sitting on a patio that is literally part of the parking lot. They're hot, uncomfortable, and bored. Do not be that person. The Canadian Brewhouse has a rooftop, real turf, misters, fire tables, patio games, big screens, and zero reason to be bored. This summer, your standards are higher than a parking lot, and you know it. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
All right, hope you're having a great day. We certainly are here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Reid Wilkins, Jason Milne, Zachary Kubish is here as well. If you're newer to the show, first of all, welcome. If you ever hear saying the Koob, the Koob is Zachary Kubish or Zach Kubish.
Yeah.
Koob is you.
That is me.
Is it true that I started calling you that?
People called me Koob a couple times, but it didn't really stick.
Well, I said it on air once, and everybody was stunned, and I was like, "Isn't that an obvious nickname?"
Yeah, definitely.
I call them the Koob. I was like, "Here's the Koob."
Definitely.
Yes, it was you. I almost remember the day.
Yeah,
it was early on.
Because let's go back in history here. The first week of the Reid Wilkins show, you were away.
I was gone.
Matthew Iwanek sat in your seat.
Yeah, that was when.
And then, you missed the first week of the show.
And then it was the first show of us together. And it was later in the show, and you said, "Here's the Koob," And I just started howling. Like, it's so good. And yeah, that's stuck.
It's a fit. Yeah. The ice cube. You've also coined Hawken Cube, like Hawken Lube.
No, you came up with that yourself, didn't you?
Did I? I don't remember. I'll give you all the credit anyway. But no, around EST, that's how the name came to be, was from one Reid Wilkins. And I'm glad it took off and running.
By the way, if you have us on YouTube this afternoon, click the thumbs up. Okay, let's just say it. We've seen the Lou Gehrig's disease comments. We weren't going to go there because it's a horrible disease. We are asking for things named after athletes. We're kind of looking at more upbeat, positive things. Though, yes, Lou Gehrig's disease is unfortunately named after Lou Gehrig. Horrible illness. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Click the thumbs up. Give us a like if you're watching on YouTube today. We want to get to at least 100 thumbs every show. We talked a little bit about we talked a lot about Mike Babcock in the first half hour, or maybe an audience member's reaction to how we were talking about him. But we will dive more into some of the latest developments. I know Jason Milne has a very strong perspective on this that probably Derek won't like.
Yeah,
maybe other people won't like it, but hey, if you come for our opinion and to converse with us, I think Jay will give you the opportunity to do that. Wagon Wednesday is today as well with my old buddy Greg Buchanan from the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association. Marty Biron is at 5 o'clock. I have a really fun buying or selling for Jay that's going to tie a couple things together.
Okay.
The World Cup starts tomorrow. I got to say, I'm looking forward to it. Why? As you know, Jay, I like tournaments. Like sometimes Jay will be like, Reid, you've been quiet for like half an hour, dude. Like, what are you? But I'll be like head down scribbling. He'd be like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, oh, I'm just organizing a fictional football tournament featuring some of the best teams from 2007 to 2012. And Jay's Jay's just like, okay, buddy, have a good day. I'll talk to you at 3. So I like there's going to be live sports on during the day. Obviously,
I like
Canada's into it. And the thing about the soccer matches, I know in this part of the world, soccer is not the number one sport. Some people are thrilled like a Wannock, but you know what it's like, Jay. We're going to get the I hate soccer. Soccer's boring. I'll say this. The World Cup is also a spectacle. Yes, FIFA is corrupt. Yes, the ticket prices are insane. But these are the best soccer players in the world. And the matches go by pretty quickly. I mean, they're a little over 2 hours, really, right? This is not a 3.5 hour NFL game or a triple overtime hockey game. I mean, there is a certain pace to it where it's kind of like, oh, I had the game on, you know? I looked up, I saw the goals, I saw the chances, I saw the corner kick. At least, I don't know, maybe I'm romanticizing it too much. Maybe you're like, okay, Reid, I'll just wake me for the final 5 minutes.
The thing that I'm excited about is that there's live sports on.
Yeah.
And often into the night.
Because a lot of the games are at 1, like right when we're leading up for the show.
I believe there's a game that starts at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, there's an earlier game.
Right? Yeah. So, you know, you're going to... And there's superstars. There are legitimate international superstars playing in this tournament that it's just like, oh, that's messy.
And there's always that one team that goes a little bit further than maybe anybody thought they would. And it could be Canada. It could be Canada.
He has his doubts, injuries.
Well, we're making it out of the group stage of Wannock.
He has his doubts.
What did he say? Barring injuries? Okay. All right, let's do this.
It's Jay, it's play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's play of the day. It's Jay's play of the day. Jay's play of the day.
It is presented by Play Alberta. When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. Some really cool stuff there. And you have to be 18 and older to play. And if you gamble, use your game sense.
All right, we're on a little bit of a heater here. Jay's play of the day has been cashing as of late, so I wanted to get a decent number, but I still am fairly confident in this play. New York Knicks, San Antonio Spurs over 216.5 points. Josh Hart over 10.5 points. He's been a little bit of a secret weapon for the Knicks, often left unguarded. has been having a heck of a series. And Stefan Castle over 16.5 points. So Castle over 16.5, Hart over 10.5. The game total to be over 216.5. That's been boosted, Reid, to plus 365. That's pretty good value.
That is really good.
So head on over to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials. You'll always also see, and if you want to get in on this, you've got 40 minutes. Jasmine's play of the day, Shohei Ohtani, 7 or more strikeouts. That's been boosted to plus 100. Even money.
He's a pitcher, you know?
Yeah, he's more than a pitcher. And just recently
That's a good point.
Just recently sent in Reid and Jasmine's play of the day.
Now, to be fair, I didn't contribute to this one today.
That's fine.
This is...
But you were the vessel at which it came through.
Yes, fair.
So that you get a shout out. Stefan Castle, 11.5 or more points. Wemby, 24.5 or more points. Carl Anthony Towns, they call him Cat, 14.5 or more points. And Stefan Castle under a double-double. I've just sent it in, so I don't know what that number is.
It'll come. They'll put it up soon, right?
Stefan Castle, 11.5 or more points. That is going to... we'll see what this comes back with.
All right. That is Jay's Play of the Day and more, presented by Play Alberta.
It's Jay, it's Play, he's Jay, it's today. It's Jay's Play of the Day. It's Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day.
I'm in a very wiggly mood today. Like, I just want to, I don't know. I'm excited for tomorrow's trivia question. I find the Babcock discussion interesting. Maybe not pleasant, but interesting. Something. Marty Biron's on today.
Our off-topic topic was the best location or thing named after an athlete. Castor 1990 says former Oilers goalie Jim Corsi invented it.
Yeah, Corsi. That's where that comes from.
I did not know that.
The counting of the shot attempts. Yeah. Well, you didn't know that, eh?
I did not know
interesting.
that.
You're a good guy.
Okay. Mike outside of Edmonton.
I don't know what that made me think that you're a good guy.
You're a good guy. Good guy. Doesn't Brian Hall have the press box named after him at Commonwealth? I believe it is.
He does, yeah. Brian Hall Media Center.
He also said Claire Drake Arena, Bill Hunter Arena.
Oh, yeah. We got some cool stuff right in town, yeah.
Those are good. Are good. Bowen says many gymnastic moves are named after the gymnast who first performed them. Could you name a gymnastic move? Triple sow cow? Or is that diving?
That's figure skating.
Oh, that's figure skating.
Dan doesn't like that I said something positive about Canada at the World Cup.
I love the caps, the capitalization of
it. Could be. I said it could be Canada. What? Okay, Reid. It won't be Canada, my friend. The Oil have a better chance of winning the cup, and we all know how likely that is. But dreamers will dream, I suppose. Well, I didn't say Canada would win the World Cup.
No, you said a team that
maybe they got a chance to go a little farther than you expect. Well, that sums everything up in the first hour of the show. What have I told you? The two biggest complaints, and you're now living this, the two biggest complaints that I get as a talk show host. Usually it relates to the Oilers, but I think you're too negative or you're too positive. How dare you bring up something Mike Babcock was accused of? And then half an hour later, how dare you think Canada might win a game or two at the World Cup? Anybody who thinks they're going to change me? Keep dreaming about, you dream about that, Dan. You're the dreamer there. Like, oh my God. I do appreciate that Dan took the time to be negative about the Canadian soccer team and bundle in negativity about the Oilers all together, mixing it all together.
Corey the Butcher says, hey guys, I'm probably spelling it wrong, but I believe Tommy John surgery is named after an athlete. Yeah, we talked about Tommy John right off the top.
Yeah.
Steb makes a really good point about watching soccer. The best about watching soccer is that the games always start on time. They are always close to 90 minutes long, and there are no commercial breaks other than halftime. That is true. That's a good point. Easy to watch. It's just sometimes the pace can be... I mean, you know what? Soccer is something you need to grow and appreciate. It's like fine wine. You know, first you think, ugh, this tastes like garbage. Then as you learn more about wine and you appreciate wine, you find out that it's actually quite a concoction.
Right.
Quite a beautiful concoction.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
That's soccer, Reid.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Okay. So we're concocting.
All right. We're late into the 4 o'clock break. Oil understood for GCL Diesel when we get back.
The Lock Shop.
This will happen again if the Oilers decide to go through with the attempted hiring. Do they go down this road right now, or?
I don't know, man. I can't believe we're partway down this road in the first place. Just a couple of quick updates. LeBrun was like, the NHL's moving ahead. Drager saying there's no timeline on how quickly this investigation can be carried
The
out.
Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems, but did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Looking for a delicious meal without the hassle? Head to Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park, your home of the game day meal. From handcrafted fresh pasta with rich homemade sauces to ready-to-heat family meals, Pasta Pantry brings authentic Italian flavor straight to your table. For over 30 years, Pasta Pantry has served hot, delicious comfort food made right in our kitchen. We do it fast so you can slow down. Visit Pasta Pantry in Sherwood Park today and taste the difference fresh makes. Pasta Pantry, real food, real fast, real good.
Worksite ready, Western tough. Lamley's Workwear is calling all tradespeople, oil and gas crews, construction workers, farmers, and hard-working Canadians. Built for the job with quality craftsmanship, job site protection, and cowboy-worthy durability. Trusted brands like Ariat Work and Wrangler Rigs, designed for performance and all-day comfort on the toughest sites. No matter the season, Lamley's has the workwear you need. Shop the full range now at lamleys.com/work.
LAMMLES. Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
There's one game that kicks off summer. Elks football is back, and the best way to experience the home opener is being there when it happens. For every catch, every tackle, every touchdown, hear the roar of the crowd that's been waiting for this moment. Elks, Alouettes at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium, June 20th. Presented by James H. Brown, Alberta Injury Lawyers. Lock in your tickets for the home opener now before they're gone at goelks.com/tickets. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL has opened a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. In other news, the Chiefs have agreed to restructure Patrick Mahomes' contract, adding 2 years to his current deal. The adjusted term locks him up through the 2033 season. Out east, the Spurs take on the Knicks game for the NBA Finals. San Antonio down 2-1 in the series. Tip-off goes at 6:30. In the majors, the Blue Jays, they've taken Max Scherzer off the 15-day injured list, designating Connor Siebold for Simon. Scherzer starts tonight for Toronto and their closer against Philadelphia. First pitch just after 5. Right now in the majors, 2 games are live. Top of the 8th inning, the Reds up 3-2 on the Padres. Over to soccer, Canadian midfielder Ishmael Kone missed today's training session with a fever, making his status unknown for Canada's World Cup opener this Friday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. You're tuned into the Reid Wilkins Show right here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
All right. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Afternoons just got a serious upgrade at the Canadian Brewhouse. Happy hour runs Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. Deals starting at $3.99. Make the smart move and head to the Canadian Brewhouse. All right. We have Marty Biron coming up at 5 o'clock. Wagon Wednesday with the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association's Greg Buchanan. That's going to be about 4:40, 4:45. I'm curious what's going to be on tap for words of the day today. It was acronyms yesterday. I did poorly. I spelled taser. That was it.
Abutsky edition number 33.
He's only done 33. I feel like it's been more than that.
Only? That's a lot, isn't it?
Well, it's a lot off your plate.
I wonder what show number this is for us.
Oh, I don't know. Well, it would be over 300 probably. Would we? I don't know. We haven't done them all together.
That doesn't matter.
No,
the show goes on.
Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. And this is the Oil Understood presented by GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years and now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel! Understood. All right. So, look, the Mike Babcock saga drags on. The latest basically is that there's going to be an investigation. The NHL moving ahead with an investigation request from the Players Association into the allegation that he invaded players' privacy when he was with the Blue Jackets in 2023. It eventually led to him resigning. So there wasn't any further investigation. Darren Dreger has written, there's no timeline on how quickly this can be carried out. The Oilers are aware of this. Players involved, et cetera, in 2023 will have to be interviewed. If Babcock were to back out at this stage, a league source there says there would be no reason to investigate. So that's the latest. The Oilers are interested, and they're going to, the NHL apparently is going to look into Babcock's conduct or the allegations against him further.
Do the Oilers have a window here, Reid, where they can back away from this and say, you know what, on second thought, this looks deeper than we knew at the time. We're gonna step away from this.
Sorry, say that again.
The Oilers have this window, I believe, right now,
right,
to say, you know what, this is deeper than we knew. Try save some face. This is deeper than we knew. We were unaware of these allegations, the extent of them. We're going to step away from Mike Babcock. No need to do this investigation.
No, I don't think the Oilers are stepping away from anything.
Which is mind-blowing to me. Not only did they know of these things, okay, and the history of Mike Babcock, now when the NHLPA looked into it more, the NHL opened an investigation into what happened in Columbus. And as Frank Saravalli said, there's significant additional claims from their own investigation that are not the phone issues.
Yeah, maybe there's something
beyond
else.
that.
Right.
I mean, I don't know who is involved at the Oilers with doing this, but public relations is not a strong point. It's not a strong suit with this organization. Clearly. Now these could come back and they say, yeah, everything's good. We've talked. This is the results. But we're not going to know that. The Oilers are, and they could be bad. But they could still go ahead with this. I just don't understand it. I don't. They're clearly not listening to anything anybody or their fan base is saying about this. Even NHL insiders are surprised, I would say, that this is ongoing. Frank Seravalli said, if the Oilers elect to continue down the path with Mike Babcock.
Right.
That's open. There's a window here. There's a slight crack in the door where you can just close it and walk away and save a bit of face.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if the Oilers do that. I don't know if... I just find this situation strange. Again, why have the Oilers... Well, I guess they didn't first identify him, but how have they landed on him as the guy who's now going to save the team? Like, there are other coaches out there who have done pretty well and who have held players accountable and who have won. Like, this is the thing with Babcock. He's not the only coach with a winning record and a Stanley Cup on his resume or good teams on his resume. And as I often say, take everything out of it. Take all the other allegations and talk and accusations out of it. Then we would still be talking about a very legitimate angle, which is that he hasn't coached in 7 years. Yeah, that would be a lot enough for a lot of people to be like, I don't know, let's get somebody who's been in the game, you know. So, but I've said this before. I've been saying it more the last, I guess, 3 or 4 months. When was Paul Coffey brought on? During the Olympics, right near the end of the Olympic break, so February. Like, there are some moves here that remind me of the decade of darkness. Like, just head scratching things, desperation things, stuff that reeks of confusion, disorganization, meddling, maybe taking advice from the wrong people or for people who have their own motives. Again, like I always say, it just felt like a steadier, more mature ship when Ken Holland was at the helm. And, I part of me hates saying this because I know people who work for the Oilers. I know people with OEG. I mean, we've had Stu McDonald on this show several times. I mean, he's not hockey ops. He's the business side president, so I'm not saying he would be involved in this. But I'm just saying, I know people there. Like, there are good people there, people with good intentions. And I just wonder what they're thinking about some of this. Publicly, of course, they're going to say, well, this is hockey ops. Well, this guy's done this. He's won or whatever. But I'm just kind of what is going on? There's just a lot of things that are kind of head scratching,
Yep, absolutely.
So that's what I wonder about is just the process. And again, even before Babcock, why did the Cassidy thing come out? And look, everybody, I know whenever I say this, there's no way the Oilers leaked it. Gentlemen, I would put a serious amount of money on that someone from OEG leaked the Cassidy thing. Okay? Don't have your rose-colored glasses on about the Oilers being some perfect organization and Vegas is always the bad guy. Okay? I would be pretty sure that someone from OEG, maybe someone not even directly in hockey ops, leaked that about Cassidy. Dumb move. Dumb move.
Yeah.
Okay? Or else they're playing some game that's so complicated I can't even see it. Bringing Coffey back. Okay. All right. Sure, I guess it could have worked. I don't know. Kind of boxing yourself in a corner to fire Knobloch. If Knobloch's that crappy, fire him 2 days after the season. Bowman could have come out at the season-ending availability and said, we've decided that to move on from Chris Knobloch. That's my announcement today. So Chris won't be available. Chris won't be available, right? So this is the thing I want to talk about, everybody. Yeah, there is the Babcock discussion, okay? And we'll probably keep having that until he's hired or not hired. But then there's the whole angle of like, how are the Oilers conducting themselves, and are they bringing in good players, good coaches? Do they have the right people calling the shots? All that kind of stuff. So that's what I wonder about this. It just feels like this weird merry-go-round.
It's just, once again, I just okay, it's like if you were talking about earlier about hiring a new salesperson.
Yeah.
Oh, what are your references? Oh, okay, here's my last 4 companies. You call 3 of them, and this person was fired with cause from all of them. You know, theft, petty theft. Yeah. Oh, harassing and abusing a customer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like you'd throw the resume away.
And you still go to your staff and say, hey, I found our next sales guy. Right. I just got to make sure it's okay.
Yeah.
And everybody else is going like, but like, we know like 17 people who are as good as this guy and don't have the baggage.
And furthermore, it wasn't like there was a list of 10 teams waiting in the wings and just waiting for Mike Babcock to shake free and say he's ready to coach again. Because if this had happened, they would have already reopened this investigation in Columbus. That is now starting.
Right.
What if this, like, I don't think investigations like this happen overnight. What if this is 2 weeks and they're still investigating this?
Well, and you got to talk to the players.
And then they're uncovering more and more and more and more, and it's spilling out more and more and more negative information. Because I just don't see how there's positive out of this if there's serious allegations of, worse than trying to, what would you call that, Reid? Invade your personal property and privacy?
Right.
I don't know. It just seems like if I was to be advising the Oilers right now, I'd say, hey, this is a great opportunity to say that, we didn't know it was this, there was this many layers to it. We're going to pull back. Sorry, didn't mean to waste your time, Mike. We're going to continue our head coach search.
Right.
There is a window right now because of this. But if you double down and push through this even further, I can't help but question it, Reid. I don't, greatest coach ever. I don't care. We're talking about right now. We can't comment on what's going to happen in the future.
Right.
But right now, it's a terrible, terrible, awful look. To me.
Well, and you're entitled to your opinion.
I am, Reid.
And you've explained it.
I am, Reid. Others are too. Doesn't mean we're like RCN says in the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox, never been a more arrogant, tone-deaf organization. Like, tone-deaf is what I would describe this as. And you have an opportunity right now to remedy this and just save a little bit of face. And I don't think they will, Reid. I think they're too arrogant.
Well, that's the thing. Like, is some of this just like, no, we're right. We got to dig our heels in, and that's very decade of darkness with some of the decisions.
You're not right.
Like, no, we got to figure it out, everybody. Don't you dare question us.
What have they done to prove to you and this fan base, Reid, that they can do things right and correct and actually think things through? Like the whole firing of Chris Knobloch was a joke. That was embarrassing. This Bruce Cassidy leak. Well, that failed. Right? It's just been error after error after error. That's taken a great organization and run it through the mud.
780-218-9999 is how you can text us. That is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Tap 25 has their happy hour Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. $5.25 drinks, all beers, including bottled, draft, import, domestic, select premium well highballs, and select premium wine served at Tap 25, Center Bar Onyx, and on the casino floor, rivercreeresort.com. Marty Biron coming up at 5 o'clock. We got Buying or Selling next from Damon Dunting.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL is opening a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. In other news, the Chiefs have agreed to restructure Patrick Mahomes' contract, adding 2 years to his current deal. The adjusted term locks him up through the 2033 season. Out east, the Spurs take on the Knicks for Game 4 of the NBA Finals. San Antonio made it a 2-1 series after snapping New York's 13-game win streak in Game 3. To the majors, the Blue Jays have taken Max Scherzer off the 15-day injured list, designating Connor Seabolt for assignment. Scherzer returns for Toronto today on the bump with first pitch just after 5 o'clock against Philadelphia. 2 games are live right now, including the Nationals leading the Giants 9-6. So soccer news, Canadian midfielder Ishmael Kone missed today's training session with a fever. That makes his status unknown for Canada's World Cup opener on Friday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Edmonton is expecting some changes this offseason, and I'm talking about your flooring. Paramount Flooring brings over 30 years of trusted service and expert installation. No permission is needed to speak with them. Visit their showroom, open 7 days a week, or online at paramountflooring.ca. Buying or selling for Damon Bunting up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Jamie McLennan is our GS Construction hockey insider.
The golden goose, which is Connor McDavid, if he's on board with this, the league and the PA has to be very careful. Because if he decides to put up his hand and said, you want to go against something that I want, I'll remember that when you need something from me. So it is kind of a, we'll call it a real muddied water situation here.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
4:30. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Marty Biron, former NHL goaltender, covers the Sabres with MSG. You get him on TSN as well. He will check in at 5 o'clock. Wagon Wednesday in about 15 minutes. That's a fun news segment here on the show, updating you on the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association presented by Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. And, of course, EST is presented by Play Alberta. Go to playalberta.ca/EST. If you go on the app for Play Alberta or go to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and take your pick.
There's a lot.
Sprinkle on one, sprinkle on a few, sprinkle on all of them. Some fun stuff. The Lock Shop PGA parlay, by the way, I should mention that. It's almost 25-1. Put $1 on it. Who knows? So a lot of stuff there. Jasmine's contributed some stuff.
Yes.
She's enjoyed getting into that lately with a little bit of NBA focus. Jay's play of the day is Knicks and Spurs over 216 points. 216.5. Hart over 10.5 points. Castle over 16.5 points. That's boosted almost 5-1.
I like that play.
Check out some fun stuff.
I like that play. I like that play.
As you should. Well, it's yours. I hope you endorse it.
Yeah. Came from the harbor.
And give us a thumbs up on YouTube if you have not already given us a click. All right, let's move into buying or selling here. I think you're going to like this one, Jay.
Okay.
Because you were like, what are we doing for buying or selling? And I was kind of thinking, and I was throwing around some ideas. And I also was thinking, maybe people need a break from buying or selling, Mike Babcock.
Oh, sure.
So,
probably.
Maybe just a little bit. Buying or selling is presented by our buddy Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. All right, so here is my buying or selling for you, Jason Milne.
I'm nervous.
We can send you to Toronto.
What do they call it? The Big Smoke? Hogtown. Is it not the Big Smoke?
Yeah, and the Big Smoke.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I was just adding to it.
Sure.
T.O.
Smoke.
Smoky Hog.
Hoggy Smoker. Put that hog in a smoker. Yeah, get that hog in a smoker by the harbor. Sending me to Toronto.
You could go to a Blue Jays game of my choice in person, or you could attend the World Cup round of 32 game in Toronto on July 2nd. Which one are you going to? Free of charge. All expenses paid.
Okay, say the second option again.
So you go to a Blue Jays game of my choice, or you go to the World Cup round of 32 game in Toronto on July 2nd. So a playoff game, an elimination game.
Why is this a Blue Jays game of your choice? I don't
know why I said that. Because there's so many games.
But
you're not
going to send me to the inter-squad game or something, or
no, a regular season game.
Regular season game.
But Clement isn't guaranteed to play.
That's fine.
Well, let me find a home game around July 2nd. I don't know if they're home that day or not. So you could go to a Blue Jays regular season game this season of your choice, or you go to, so on Canada Day, the Jays are home to the Mets.
You're giving me the Canada Day game?
No. You could go to a game on the Blue Jays homestand between July 17th and 23rd when they host the White Sox and the Rays.
That's fine.
Or you go to the July 2nd round of 32 game in the World Cup.
Do we know who's playing?
No, you won't. That's the thing.
But would you know what group it's coming from?
Yes. Oh, where's my
old tournament
master?
Master?
Surprise you. I have about 20 tabs open on my computer. FIFA. I can't find it.
Well, let me save you the hassle, because for me, this isn't...
You're not going to go to the soccer game.
This isn't even close. Reid. Well, if you paid me, I would still debate going to the soccer game. If you
wouldn't want to attend a World Cup game in person, an elimination game.
No, honestly, Reid, I couldn't care less. However,
you couldn't care less about the World Cup? You're saying
about
you
attending
don't,
it.
Oh,
yeah.
about attending it. Okay.
I've always wanted to go to the Sky Dome. I've never been there. So I'd like to see it. I'd like to see the stadium. I'd like to see the crowd. I love hearing the crack of a bat, a good old hot dog. You know, the reason I'm saying this isn't because of my love or lack of love for sports. I love all sports. Soccer's not my biggest love, nor is baseball.
That game in Toronto could have England.
I would mostly do this because I would choose the Sky Dome over BMO Field.
Oh, fair enough. Okay.
I think BMO Field is shockingly bad. Whereas the Sky Dome, you could see things that, like, I always like to think of this, like, I don't know why, but when I was a little guy, the Calgary Stampede was always on CBC Sports Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you remember seeing behind the chutes. It was always brick wall behind the chutes that the Cowboys would come out on and the Bronc Riders. And I remember seeing that as an adult for the first time. And it was just like, oh my gosh, those are the brick walls I used to watch as a kid.
Yeah, it's sort of the mystique.
When I would, you know, if hopefully if the Sky Dome roof was open, you could see the CN Tower. I'd see the visuals that I've seen all my life watching Blue Jays.
Right.
Which would mean more to me than anything BMO Field can offer.
All right. So let me ask you this. Assuming that Canada makes it out of their group, finish in the, you know,
okay,
if they either finish in the top two or they're one of the 8 best third place teams. You could go to a Blue Jays game this summer. Now, would you get a Clement jersey or the Clement T-shirt, or would you get the full on Clement jersey?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you want to go to a Blue Jays game, or we don't know the city, but we'd send you to the Canada round of 32 game, which could be in Vancouver if they finish first in the group.
Yeah, that changes things because now it's a single elimination game with Canada.
You're literally witnessing the best we've ever done at the World Cup. Win or lose, it's the best we've ever done.
You're witnessing soccer history. That I would probably take over the Blue Jays.
Right.
It would still be close though.
What if it was the Blue Jays game or the World Cup final? We sent you to New York for the championship game.
Gross. I don't want to go. I don't want the pomp and circumstance.
You don't want to go to New Jersey?
Nope. I don't want the. I don't want.
It's not
the
even in New York.
smoke.
Yeah.
I don't want the headache, the travel, the security, No, I'm not there for that. I really appreciate watching live sports on my couch. It's very good. I don't care that this is the only time in my life I'll get to watch a World Cup game in Canada. Doesn't resonate with me
We could
at all.
have it again.
Maybe, but it doesn't move the needle for this guy.
We're going to have a really, really interesting World Cup angle tomorrow. That is both international and local. That's all I want to say about it. I think it's going to be a very entertaining and well-received and informative segment and passionate segment. But, yes, okay, so the game that I was referencing in Toronto will be second in Group K against second in Group L. Group K, Portugal, DR Congo, Uzbekistan, and Colombia. Group L, England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. Well, if Panama were in it, you could be like, hey, guys, there's a song? There's a song about your country. and then you could get them to play. Oh no, wait.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah, like Castor says. Jay, watching a Blue Jays game on the third baseline with an open roof and the CN Tower towering in the background, an amazing sight. To me, that would be more meaningful to me. It would.
Right.
Like Reid, I'm not one, like I don't care if I ever go to a Super Bowl.
I don't think I'd want to go to a Super Bowl.
I quite enjoy watching it at home.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? Like, I'm not a huge sports
most people
guy.
there aren't cheering for one of the teams. Like, you don't get that.
It's just...
That's the weird thing about watching the Super Bowl. You don't get that home team is on defense thing. Let's make a lot of noise vibe.
Yeah, and you do all the way up to that game. You get home playoff games for certain teams.
Yeah. You know, the Seattle Seahawks won the Super Bowl this year, eh?
You know what? I'll give you that. You can say that you can say that all the way up to I think...
I can say that for the rest of my life.
Then it's going to be old. you're going to miss the point. People are going to tune you out. And it would
I can keep saying it till the preseason.
Yes. No. I would say till the start of the regular season, maybe even a third of the way through the season.
No, I'll stop saying it at that point.
But I think you should say it more.
Though if the Seahawks start the season really well, I could reference in pursuit of their second consecutive Super Bowl.
You could do that all year.
True, but if they start like 3-5, then it's like,
they're not going to.
They should be decent again. Is Arizona threatening that division?
Nope.
Are the 49ers?
Yep.
Or the Rams are. I might pick the Rams to win the Super Bowl. Didn't I pick Rams over Bills, or did I pick Bills over Rams?
I think you picked everyone.
I picked everybody except the Seahawks to win. I didn't have the Seahawks in the playoffs this year. All right. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. We're in the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Do you know what the wing flavor of the month is at the Canadian Brewhouse?
I do. I had it.
Maui pineapple, flame grilled wings tossed in a sweet and tropical Maui pineapple sauce. Now, I think... Is there a Canadian Brewhouse in Lloyd? I think there is, but I don't think there was when I lived there. We'll have to ask Greg Buchanan next. He's going to be here for Wagon Wednesday.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL has opened a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. In other news, the Chiefs have agreed to restructure Patrick Mahomes' contract, adding 2 years to his current deal. The adjusted term locks him up through the 2033 season. Out east, the Spurs take on the Knicks. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. San Antonio made it a 2-1 series after snapping New York's 13-game win streak. In Game 3, tip-off goes at 6:30. And in the majors, the Blue Jays have taken Max Scherzer off the 15-day injured list, designating Connor Siebold for assignment. Max Scherzer returns to start for Toronto tonight, closing out against Philadelphia. First pitch just after 5 o'clock. There's 3 games live right now, 2 of which are bottom 9th inning. The Reds and Padres tied at 4 aside. Nationals with a 3-run lead on the Giants. In soccer, Canadian midfielder Ishmael Kone missed today's training session with a fever, making his status unknown for Canada's World Cup opener on Friday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Wagon Wednesday up next here on the Reid Wilkins Show. Stay tuned for that. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Hangout.
I understand and I respect second chances, but why is it always this franchise that has to go and resuscitate careers? If it works, great. But it's like, well, this guy you can't touch with a 10-foot pole because he did this, this, and this, and a criminal rap sheet, and this. The Oilers might take him. Why does it have to be Edmonton?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Goodwill is
one shopper, finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket, a deal, one donor, letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant,
learning,
trying,
building skills,
building confidence,
building a future.
One purchase, one donation,
one job, one choice.
Goodwill is
the power of one, the power of one, the power of one, the power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
Kayaks, bikes, camping gear? Make space for summer fun with Sentinel Storage. Spend more time on adventures with your outdoor gear and less time looking for them. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca for details.
Thanks a lot for tuning in this afternoon. Marty Biron at the top of the hour. Right now it is Wagon Wednesday for the World Professional Chuck Wagon Association, presented by Century Casino, Racetrack and Casino. Feel the thunder at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Live horse racing, heart-pounding action, casino excitement, and great dining all in one place. Grab your friends and make your next night out unforgettable at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Visit today and bet on the excitement. Always exciting to talk to this gentleman, my old boss. He's with the WPCA. Greg Buchanan is checking in. Bucky, how's it going? Buck, how's it going? No audio. Okay, we'll connect him.
Might be muted. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm sure when we worked together, Greg wanted to mute me most of the time. He's like, this is really, to all the people who can't stand me, it's this guy's fault. He got it started.
Seahawk Paul says, wow, Jay used to be my favorite. Are you kidding me? Blue Jays over World Cup game? That's just the way I feel, Seahawk Paul. I'm sorry I've offended. I hope I'm still your favorite.
Yeah. I mean, you have a democratic right to be wrong.
It's just how I feel. I'm sorry. Sorry to let you down.
Oh, Rip City Step says, does Lloydminster still have the Pizza Hut lunch buffet? Yeah, I went to that a few times.
Did you?
Yeah, the lunch buffet. Toonie Tuesday at KFC used to be big, especially what we were making at the station.
Toonie Tuesday is still a thing at KFC, isn't it?
But it used to actually be $2. Now it's $2 off or something, isn't it? Yeah, it used to actually be a toonie.
And you'd get 2 pieces of chicken and fries, right?
Yeah. And it was like the leftover chicken from the weekend.
Who cares?
Yeah. It was all the strangely shaped chickens. All right. We'll get to Greg in a second. Marty Biron at the top of the hour. I think it'd be cool to attend a World Cup game. I'd probably take a World Cup game over the Blue Jays because I have been to Blue Jays games, and plus just to go to a World Cup game. And maybe depending on the teams, if you got,
But you've been to a Blue Jays game.
A couple, yeah.
Right.
Not many,
I
but
haven't.
a couple, yeah.
So there is that difference as well.
Yeah, well, you've never been to a Major League Baseball game.
No.
I've been to maybe a dozen because a couple went to the same stadium. Like when Onright and I went on our trip, we did 2 at Fenway.
Right.
Yeah, when he was in California, I went to an Angels game, went to a Dodgers game. Angels are in Anaheim, eh? It's down there in SoCal.
Fake news.
I can't read a map. Do we have him? Okay, Buck's on the phone. Greg, it's Reid and Jay. How are you?
Not bad. How are you?
We're doing great. Thanks a lot for checking in.
Bucky, have you dried out from last weekend up in Bonnyville yet?
Well, give credit to the show committee there because before we even got there, I talked to a friend in Bonnyville and he said, when you come to Bonnyville, bring lumber, a couple of nails, and a hammer, and I'll gather to everything.
Okay, Buck, we got an echo, so we got to iron this out. We got it, Coop? Sorry, Buck. Now it's gone too
there
far.
we go.
Is that better? Say something, Buck.
Hey there, how are a
Oh, that's much better.
Wow,
okay,
crystal clear.
Sorry for interrupting your story.
Continue on.
Sorry.
Carry on.
So anyway, we were told, a friend of mine said that we got so much rain, I'm gathering to everything if you build an ark. So we kind of have a feeling that it's pretty wet. They did a lot of work on that track just to get us ready. So our show was to go Thursday to Sunday. So 4 days, championship Sunday, raced Thursday. They did a tremendous job just to get us. You have to keep in mind, it's not just the track. It's the camping area where the drivers are at. You can kind of see here, this is video from some of the races there in Bonnyville. See, the track looks fantastic.
Yeah, it does.
You can even tell that they were underwater 3 days before that. But if you kind of look in the distance, you can see a little bit of water in the field. And honestly, the drivers loved it. The track was everything that they didn't really expect, because you can see the water there, right? There's a little bit of water out in the pasture there.
Right.
But yeah. So the work they did on that track, and this is Kurt Bensmiller just tearing it up there.
So
we had some great runs.
How did they then, because this was pushed, and then they were supposed to have the dash on Monday, the final race on Monday, but then that was canceled. So how do they then figure out who's the winner? Is it just based off of aggregate times from the races throughout the weekend?
Exactly, Jay. You're learning. There we go. So aggregate times through 3 days, and Logan Gorse was your aggregate show champion. That's your champion of Bonneville. He wins the George Norman Memorial Buckle. George was a legendary chuck wagon driver that we lost on the track far too soon. So Logan put up times and he was consistent his first 2 days. 1:17.37, 1:17.46. So you can see almost identical runs. And then it got a little slower, lower later in that show, and he put up a final run of 1:18.45 on that Sunday. So a good run there. And so it ends up being Logan Gorse winning the show. Chance Vegan was second, your favorite guy there.
Yeah.
And also Darcy Flad was third, and Ray Crowder Jr., his hometown track, was fourth.
Now, was there not some, because last time you were on for Wagon Wednesday, we were talking about outfits that had to qualify to be able to get their full time. What happened? What happened here this weekend?
So we had 8 permit drivers trying to grab 4 spots. When it came down to it, they lost 1 day of running on Monday, unfortunately, for those ones that were on the outside. So Vern Nolan is in. Cody Ridsdale got in, Ryan Baptiste, and Gage Flad. So those are the 4 drivers moving on as they open up in Medicine Hat on Thursday.
So let's go down to Medicine Hat. Races start Thursday. Bucky, when you go from race to race and from track to track, like, are these tracks the exact same dimensions?
No, like Medicine Hat's a little smaller.
Okay.
It's a 3 barrel setup, so there's just 3 wagons in the track. And so, it's a smaller setup, and every track's a little bit different. Majority of them are pretty well the same, but as in lengthwise, majority of them are, say, to a Pinoca in Calgary. But you got a few that are a little bit smaller.
And are there certain drivers and certain outfits that perform better in the short track, or as opposed to a longer track or more regulation size track like something you'd see at the Stampede?
Well, Chance Vegan's the defending champion Medicine Hat. So Chance wins no matter where. So Chance, defending world champion, wins in Medicine Hat last year, smaller track. So all depending. If it's a smaller track, you want to barrel very well, because coming out of the barrels I don't want to say it makes or breaks you in a smaller track, but it sure helps when you have the lead.
Buck, is Les McIntyre still the on-track announcer?
Yes, he is, the legend.
And then when I was in Lloyd, he would come do the CPCA finals, even though he did most of the season with the WPCA. Incredible. Yeah. So how long has he been calling races now?
Oh, I
think he's over 40 years.
Oh, yeah, it's been over 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been over 40. Just a legendary guy. As soon as you hear his voice, you're like, whoa. Yeah, that makes the race right there.
We should get him on.
That would be neat.
Does he do the Rangeland Derby?
Yes, he does.
Okay, so he's seen and called it all.
He's called everything. Like, when you think of famous voices, he's one of them for Chuck Wagons, and Joe Carberry is the other one.
Right.
He replaced the Calgary Stampede. So
right. Okay. Well, just an idea.
Eastbound and down. Hey.
Well, Les coming to the wire with his wheels on fire. Right.
Yes.
And was it Vern Nolan, when you and I worked together, was sponsored by A&W? And when Vern would pass somebody, he'd go, "Here, Vern Nolan, here's a root beer in your ear. I'm coming by."
I don't remember that one. The Vern's now called the Purple Prince.
I'm
not exactly because of his color of his wagon. But he's got some names for some drivers that, the Rangeline, Rockstar, and Chance Vegan, right? So, yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I hope it goes great in Medicine Hat. We'll have you on next Wagon Wednesday as well for the update and a look ahead.
And Bucky, before we let you go, where can people watch? I've been watching every weekend, so I love it, but let's hear it from you as to if you want to see what's going on and see Chance Vegan try defend his title in Medicine Hat, where can they get it?
They can go on to the WPCA website, WPCA.com. There's all the information to listen, to watch, and also all the results and a few news stories as well from Billy Melville. But for WPCAwatch.com, go on there and you can watch the races, sit back. And the great thing for that, you buy the races and you can go back to those races.
Yes.
Those ones that you bought, you can go back and watch them. So that's kind of fun too. So if you got a dull night of watching World Cup soccer, you can go back. A little shot against soccer fans, but and you can watch a little bit of chuck wagon racing instead of watching 3 or 4 guys run around kicking a ball and falling down. So.
All right, Buck, you're the best. We'll talk to you next week. Really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Wagon Wednesday for the World Professional Truck Wagon Association, presented by Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Feel the thunder at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Live horse racing, heart-pounding action, casino excitement, and great dining all in one place. Grab your friends and make your next night out unforgettable at Century Mile Racetrack and Casino. Visit today and bet on the excitement. All right, good to have Greg on the show. We're going into our final hour. We'll talk some Babcock and Cup final with Marty Biron after the 5 o'clock break.
2 guys and a goalie.
Babcock will play 97 and 29, the least out of any coach we've seen in the McDavid era. Hire it or fire it?
Fire it.
What? I think it's got to be a hire it. That's why it's being brought in.
No one has been able to do that yet. And some pretty established coaches.
Was it not Babcock that said Todd McClellan plays those guys too much? Yeah. That was him. Got to play them less than.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
The Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for any scenario. You finished work early? Happy hour. You finished work because you accidentally hit reply all to the entire company? Big happy hour. Your boss said, great job. Happy hour. Your boss said, per my last email. Ugh, emergency happy hour. You finally closed the big deal. Happy hour. With a huge selection of ice cold drinks and great food, the Canadian Brewhouse has a happy hour for whatever just happened at work. The Canadian Brewhouse. Your day just got happier.
There's one game that kicks off summer. Elks football is back, and the best way to experience the home opener is being there when it happens. For every catch, every tackle, every touchdown, hear the roar of the crowd that's been waiting for this moment. Elks, Alouettes at Play Alberta Field at Commonwealth Stadium, June 20th. Presented by James H. Brown, Alberta Injury Lawyers. Lock in your tickets for the home opener now before they're gone at goelks.com/tickets. Edmonton Elks, our city, our year.
Get ready for a night of legendary Canadian rock. The River Cree Resort and Casino presents Honeymoon Suite live on June 25th. Sing along to the hits that defined a generation, including New Girl Now, Feel It Again, and more, as Honeymoon Suite takes the stage for one unforgettable night of music and energy. Don't miss Honeymoon Suite June 25th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hey sports fans, I'm Alistair Johnston with Canada Soccer's men's national team. The biggest sporting event in the world is coming to Canada this summer, and we hope that you're just as excited as we are. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I can't wait to share it with the whole country.
Sentinel Storage, official storage partner of Canada Soccer.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL has opened a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. In other news, the Chiefs have agreed to restructure Patrick Mahomes' contract, adding 2 years to his current deal. The adjusted term locks him up through the 2033 season. Out east, the Spurs take on the Knicks for Game 4 of the NBA Finals. San Antonio made it a 2-1 series after snapping New York's 13-game win streak in Game 3. And ahead of tonight's series closer against the Phillies, the Blue Jays have activated Max Scherzer off the 15-day injured list. With the move, the team has designated Connor Seabolt for assignment. Scherzer gets a start on the bump today with first pitch in about 6 minutes. 4 games are live around the majors, including the Dodgers and Pirates runless top of the second inning. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, so what do we got? Are the Blue Jays starting right away? We're going to get them on the TV. Here. So you can watch Ernie Clement. Is he your favorite athlete in any sport right now?
Hands down.
Wow, that's awesome. I'll turn the TV on for you. But walk-off win for the Jays in the bottom of the ninth last night. That was exciting.
Fantastic.
Against the Phillies. What else is coming up tonight? Is it game 4 of the NBA Finals? Road team was won every game. I'm sticking with my crazy prediction that I made after game 1. Road team wins every game, and then the Spurs win game 7 at home. Why do I make crazy predictions? Because they're fun.
Why not?
Some people don't want me to have fun, but I like having fun. Hockey tomorrow, right? Game 5 of the Cup final, and then they're off again until Sunday, Game 6. Cup's going to be in the building on Sunday. Could be handed out, but maybe they're going to go 7. Let's go to the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team. I just thought of a good question for Marty.
Okay.
Fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. Marty Biron is here, MSG Network, TSN, former excellent NHL goaltender. How you doing, buddy?
Good. I thought I have a question for you guys, too.
Good.
How many goals did Ernie Clement scored his last year of high school hockey in Rochester, New York? 20 games.
I don't know. Games? Jay might know. Jay's a massive Ernie Clement fan.
20 I don't know this stat, Marty, so I'm going to take a wild guess here. 20 games, let's say he had 28 goals.
27. You were right there. 27 goals. Ernie Clement he was the captain of the team. Look, high school hockey in Western New York is not Minnesota high school hockey or Massachusetts prep school hockey, but he was playing with his buddies and playing hockey, and he scored at 52 points, I think, 27 goals in 20 games his last year as a senior in high school.
Well, Jay loves him, and Jay has an expression not just for baseball players. Jay always says that guy's got a motor. Like, you must have had teammates where it's like, he's not the biggest, he's not the fastest, he's not even the most skilled, but man, he's got a motor.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, I watch players now and prospects, and I'm like, how do they go from the first step on the ice to the, step when they get back to the bench at the end of a shift? And that's what I love. I love a guy that has a motor that doesn't seem to get ever tired, that competes on every single play. And Ernie Clement does that, right? So that is fun. Actually, I was at a Rochester Red Wings AAA baseball game last night. They're the Nationals farm team. The Bisons in Buffalo, they're the Blue Jays farm team. We had Ernie Clement here and a lot of Guerrero and all of them. So, you know what? This is the time of year when now I dive into baseball, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Well, I think with the Blue Jays last year, like, my interest in baseball has been rekindled a little bit. Like, I grew up watching George Bell and Gary Carter, and Tim Wallach and Barfield and the guys on both teams.
I was talking about Delino DeShield last night, and then the general manager of the Red Wings AAA goes, Delino coaches are AA affiliate here, the Nationals. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I used to love him and Marquise Grissom and Larry Walker and O. Henry, they had the big O. Henry bars in the Stowe Stadium and, all of them. So the Expos back in the days, but yes, baseball is great game. I love watching baseball. I score the game when I go to AAA games or whatever. I go to the like fan services or whatever, and I'm like, do you have a scorecard? And give me a little pencil, like a bowling pencil, so I can score the game.
That's awesome. I did that at Camden Yards in Baltimore. That was fun.
That's awesome. I haven't been to Camden Yards. My son's an Orioles fan. I got to go there with him.
Yeah, you should go. You should go. Yeah. All right. I this is what I thought of when I was reading that live tag.
Yeah.
Making predictions, and you know me, Marty. Sometimes I might make a cheeky prediction just to please the audience. But I remember once when I was working in Lloydminster, as a TV anchor, the news anchor at the end of the show said, predict the Junior B final. So I was like, okay, it was St. Paul against Lloyd. And Lloyd won. And after they won, one of their players went up to our camera guy and took the mic and was like, hey, Reid Wilkins, I just was wondering why you picked the other team and now we're the champions. So when you were a player, would you ever know, like, oh, that writer said we're going to lose in 6 and we're up 3? Like, did you ever have?
I would, because I was a geek and I listened and read everything. I wasn't one of those that says I don't read the papers. And we didn't have the internet was there, but it wasn't as like social media driven and everything. But I would listen. I would have conversation with every reporter. What do you think? What do you think? And I would want to know. I want to, maybe use it as motivation. Maybe just have that conversation and see what they were thinking. I would definitely have asked that. Now I love your prediction. I played for the Rangers. We share training facility with the Knicks. The Knicks are a great team, but I love Wemby, and I think the Spurs, I would love to see. So for me, your projection of the road teams winning, that's great. I'll make your prediction with the Stanley Cup final. If Vegas wins game 5, they win in 6 at home. If Carolina wins game 5, they win in 7 at home.
Okay.
I think that game 5 winner will win the series. If it's Vegas, it will go 6. If it's Carolina, it will go 7.
All right. Well, let's stick with the Cup final since you brought it up, and then we'll get to the Babcock stuff later on. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering what you think about the Carolina goaltending situation. If you were surprised how Brind'Amour handled it after Bussi went in Game 3.
No, I wasn't surprised. Obviously, Bussi played really well in Game 3. He went to double OT, a free goal off the end board, and it hits him, and so. And also, I remembered, and I said to a lot of people, I'm surprised the concussion spotter has not pulled Freddie Anderson out after the Barbashev hit to the head, the second goal that was, taken off the board in Game 3, the second period. So the first one was offside. The second one was goalie interference. And then he gave up 4 more. He gave up 6 in that period, and he took a shot to the head. Now, I get Rod Brind'Amour saying, it's maintenance day for Freddie. And really, did he have to back up yesterday? No, he doesn't. It's giving him a full rest. I get that. But knowing Freddie's history, if this was, let's pick a Shesterkin or, a Sorokin or a Swayman or whatever, I would say, well, if he's not dressing and if he's not practicing, there's a concern, right? He's got to be hurt. Now, Freddie Anderson, it's the same thing, but my worry is they're saying he needs a rest. But we've known that's turned into he's missed a month, he's missed 2 months, he's missed 30 games. So I'm like, they got to go with Bussi in Game 4. He wins. It's the guy that's going to not lose you the game more than the guy that's going to win you a game. And right now, Bussi is probably that guy because he was 31-6-2 in the regular season. He knows how to win games. Or not lose you games, really, but yes.
Yeah. I think this has been obviously it's been an incredible, entertaining series. It could be an all-timer if it goes 6 or 7. So I will say this. Last night's game was probably the worst game of the series, and it was still a 2-goal comeback decided in the third period. What do you think of the sort of the wild swings in this series? And I guess I'll bundle that with maybe getting a comment about, well, this was supposed to be 2 teams that could prevent chances and suck the life out of a game, and it's goals and chances galore.
I think that Carolina is going to play the way Carolina plays. They're going to limit the amount of chances, amount of shots that the other team's given. They run around in their defensive zone, man on man, but they do a good job. You talk about a motor, right, Jay? Carolina, everybody on Carolina has a motor. They have to go. And if you take a break, you get scored. You can't do that. Vegas has more of a structured defensive zone coverage. And right now, Vegas is not playing smart hockey. On Staal's winning goal yesterday, the 4-3 goal, they have 4 guys in the corner. I was listening, like I keep switching it back and forth between the CBC feed and the ABC feed. And at that moment, I was listening to the American feed, and Ray Ferraro goes, "Oh, there's Vegas going for a team picture in the corner." Because they had 4 guys in the corner on Seth Jarvis. And Ehlers comes out, and Colton Sissons was playing right wing. He comes down. Like, that should not have happened under John Tortorella. So to me, it's more about Vegas, how they're giving up chances that they have not given up all playoff long. But then you look at Carolina. How do you give Mark Stone 2 breakaways in the first period? Like, he's not the fastest guy, but he gets open. Like, it's just been weird. I mean, yeah, I say the series drunk. It's really a drunk Stanley Cup final.
Marty Biron joining us here on the Reid Wilkins Show, courtesy of the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. Marty, talking about a motor and just one of the biggest, I guess, feel-good stories about this Stanley Cup final has been Jordan Staal. I mean, 37 years old. He's putting together his best career playoff numbers thus far. I mean, they're talking, he's in the Conn Smythe conversation, right?
Yes.
Now, I mean, hey, he's not the first player to perform at a high level at a higher age. But from what you've seen of him, am I seeing this right? Like, is his hockey IQ just more advanced? It seems like he's moving less but creating more. Does that make sense?
So watch him taking draws in the offensive zone. So when there's a face-off in the offensive zone, the defensive team has to put their stick first, the center of the defensive team, because it's harder to win a draw when your stick is on the ice first, and they want to promote offense. So this used to be the home team always got to put their stick last. But now for the last 10 years, maybe it's the offensive team gets to put their stick last. And what's Jordan Staal? He looks at the other center puts his stick on the ice, and he waits an extra second because he knows the linesman won't drop the puck until he touches the ice with his stick. And then as soon as he touches the ice, he lifts it right away. He gets in, he wins the draw. Like, that's what he does, and he's so smart about how he's playing. He scored 20 goals this year. He hasn't scored 20 goals in a season in 10 years. Last time was 2015-16. It was with Carolina. He's a net front presence on the power play. I never thought of Jordan Staal as being a dangerous net front presence. I'm thinking of, Reinhardt, in Florida. You've got others, right? Like Hyman around the net in Edmonton. That's a net front guy. Staal has been great. And now you compare him, the first player in Stanley Cup finals to score a goal in each of the first 4 games since Mike Babcock. And the first player to have 5 goals in the first 4 games of a final since Mario Lemieux. It's like, no, Jordan Staal is not Mike Bossy, and Jordan Staal is not Mario Lemieux. But because of how smart and how he puts himself in the best position, like even that game-winning goal, like he stumbled over his own 2 feet to like flip, and then when he saw it going in, he's hitting the ice like, I can't believe that's going in. Like, that's fun to see. I love that for him and for the Canes. He's been great.
Marty Biron joining us on the Oil Country Towing Video Hotline. All right, a lot of discussion in Edmonton is about Mike Babcock potentially being the next Oilers coach. Like, there's baggage. Clearly, there's success. There's a lot of baggage. There's also the fact he hasn't coached for November 2019 was the last time he coached an NHL game. I'm just wondering how you look at this. Like, is this a reasonable coach to pursue for the Edmonton Oilers? Like, what do you think?
Yes, he is a reasonable coach because he's had success. And yes, he's been away and he's had some issues and invasion of privacy stuff and whatever. But I had Mike Babcock as a coach in 1997 at the World Juniors 30 years ago. Mike Babcock was the same person at 33 years old that he is at 63 years old. He's arrogant. He's confident. He's borderline like selfish. And I'm saying that in a complimentary way because people that are at that level, they have to be, right? And they have to assert a certain, authority and whatever. Does he cross the line in the past? Absolutely. And I've had that same kind of, speech happened in Buffalo a couple of years back. The players in Buffalo, we need a coach that's going to hold us accountable. We need somebody that's going to push us. I think Edmonton is asking the same thing. Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Zach Hyman, Evan Bouchard, they're all asking the same thing. And you look around and you're like, you know what? Like Mike Babcock would be that guy. And when Connor McDavid made the comment this year about John Cooper is very, very similar to Mike Babcock, other than John Cooper always has a smile on his face and is always gracious with everybody, and Mike Babcock has a frown on his face 99% of the time. But they're very similar. Nobody likes John Cooper more than John Cooper. Nobody likes Mike Babcock more than Mike Babcock. We had an exercise in 97. We're in Geneva, Switzerland, and we're all in a room, and Babcock and the coaches and the players, and he says, okay, we're going to toss the ball around, and when you get the ball, you have to tell us something about somebody that nobody knows, right? And it went to either it was Hugh Hamilton or Trent Whitfield. They both played for him in Spokane back in the days. And they're like, oh, well, I had something nobody knows about Mike Babcock is that he thinks he's the best-looking coach in the WHL. Wait, no, he thinks he's the best-looking coach in the CHL. No, he thinks he's the best-looking coach in all of hockey. Actually, he thinks he's the best-looking person in the world. Like that, and we all laughed, but that's who he was back then. That's how he is now. I know a lot of people are upset. Like, look, this is a guy that did a lot of brain-twisting things and whatever. Okay, I mean, Scotty Bowman, Oliver Burr, like all of that, different eras, I understand. But I actually feel like that could work for the Edmonton Oilers because I think he's still and would still be a great coach.
Well, here's the discussion we've been having, Marty, and I really appreciate your perspective. And I'll kind of combine some of the things Jay and I have brought up.
Yeah.
That if you just have to go to this extent, though, with an investigation and all the baggage, with other competent coaches out there who can, like, is it that I think that, and that's what a lot of our, and not like some of our listeners are like, hey, hire Babcock, like who cares about that other stuff? But you know what I mean? Like maybe you'll disagree with us.
Year. Like Anaheim did it with Joel Quenneville, and they felt it was worth it to bring a guy like Quenneville for that coach. And look at what they did. They made the playoffs, and they are a great team moving forward. Totally different situation with the allegations of what happened in Chicago and what happened in Columbus or Toronto with Babcock. So yeah, Stan Bowman, the GM, I mean, the same thing. Yeah. So I get that. And I'm all for second, third chance, whatever. But I can try to separate that with what I think Babcock would be able to do for the Oilers. And I was listening to Mike Commodore talking about, and he hates Babcock. And that's great. I want to be able to listen to both perspectives, right? Because when I retired in 2013, I got a bunch of text message. And all of a sudden I got a text message, Marty, congratulations on your career. You were an amazing teammate, an amazing goalie, and this, that, the other thing. And it said Mike Babcock. I hadn't talked to him in like 10 years other than, hey, I didn't even know he had my number. So I obviously had a different, and to be honest with you, in 97 at the World Juniors, you want to know how many starts I had in that tournament? 0. I played 8 seconds. Like, he didn't think I was a good goalie. And I was like, you know what? Whatever, he's the coach. He gets to decide what he wants to do. We won gold. I got a ring. That's fine. So I want to listen to everybody. But I think that if that's the guy that you think can, number one, keep Connor McDavid in Edmonton for years because they have a chance to win a cup, and Leon Draisaitl and everything, you're going to go jump through so many hoops to try to make it happen because your players are saying that's what we want.
Yeah. How much, well, I'm going to ask you to speculate a little bit, but I mean, you've been in a lot of NHL dressing rooms. How much does baggage, like would players talk about this, or would it just be like, he's hired, he's our coach now, we got to listen to him? You know what I mean?
Players would talk about it. And to be honest with you, the first thing Mike Babcock should do when he addressed the team and say, ask any questions, we can talk about whatever that happened. I'm an open book. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did. You guys probably know everything that I did. Did I make mistakes? Absolutely. You own it. You move on. I've played with players that have made personal mistakes, in their family lives, in their personal lives, in their business lives. And then you're like, what's that going to be when he walks back? And then they just own it, right? And you say, I'm sorry. Like, I learned. but you talk about it. So 2012, 2013 ends. We lose to Boston in the second round with the Rangers. I'm on the bus on the way back. We had the bus from Boston to New York because the plane was broken, some stupid thing or whatever. And we have a bus with just the players, and I'm sitting to a couple of, veteran guys, and they're talking about, do you think we can win with Tortorella? Do you think and then I'm like, yeah, I love Torts, like for me, but I'm a backup goalie. I have nothing to say, right? And then sure enough, a month later, he gets fired, and they hired Alain Vigneault. And I'm like, maybe the players talked. I wasn't in that leadership group, but maybe the players talked. And then they went to Glenn Sader, Jeff Gorton at the time, and said, maybe we need somebody else. And I think the players will talk. That they hire him or don't hire him, they'll talk. But at the end of the day, those leaders are going to kind of guide it the way they want it to be guided. And so that's where you're at right now.
Yeah, well, it's never a boring moment in oil country. Well, this offseason has been entertaining with maybe not entertaining, but with the Cassidy stuff. The nurse stuff came out. That baby, It's just, how awkward would that be to ask a guy to waive his no trade a year early?
That is very awkward. And the nurse, I think it's probably better for Darnell to go somewhere else by that point. I believe that, look, the contract is the contract. You don't turn down whatever's on the table. You don't say, I'm going to take $5 million instead of $9 million because I feel there's going to be a lot of pressure. You take it, you move on. They gave it to you. Whatever. Has it panned out? No, but I think you can salvage some of that. Probably not in Edmonton. It'd probably be better for him to move on to somewhere else. But yeah, I mean, who's going to play goal? Who's going to play goal? Now we got Sebastian Cossa rumors. We got who's going to play goal? You have a coach situation. You have a roster situation too. You got to figure out. And we're 2 weeks to the draft and 3 weeks to free agency, and that's got to get figured out. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Marty, we love having you. You've been so generous with your time throughout the season, and we look forward to hopefully having you on next season as well. Enjoy the rest of the Stanley Cup final. We got the Blue Jays on so Scherzer got the 35th, 100th strikeout, and I think the next pitch, Harper hit a home run off him.
Oh, no. Well, Scherzer pitched a rehab assignment in Buffalo, which was great. And I think Alejandro Kirk is scheduled to catch seven or 8 innings, maybe 9, depending on how it goes. So he's on the way back. So we get all them guys getting ready in Buffalo to go back to Toronto.
Right on. Okay. Hey, we'll talk to you soon. Hope you have a great summer. All the best to your family as well. We'll see you soon.
Have a great summer, and I hope that the Spurs win tonight. So we'll go with that.
Oh, yeah. We're going to watch that tonight, too. Right on. See you, Marty.
See you guys.
Marty Biron checking in. We love having him on the show. I really appreciate his honesty and his comments about Babcock. Had him at the World Juniors. He thinks he's the coach the Oilers need. Yep. And again, that's the discussion about this. Is like we were saying earlier, and we've been saying this week, he might come in and knock it out of the park. I personally am concerned about the time it's been since he was on an NHL bench, like all the other stuff aside. But it's not like you forget hockey.
Right.
I'm sure he watches hockey. It's not like he doesn't see the NHL trends. Marty said, probably done some stuff that wasn't great, but maybe you go in there, you own it with your new players. And as Marty said, it appears the Oilers players maybe want him. Maybe they want that type of coach. Around and round we go, right?
Well, it's very interesting perspective on somebody that played under Mike Babcock.
Right.
As it was his head coach of the World Juniors.
Yeah.
So,
and Tortorella.
And
we didn't
Tortorella.
dive into that as much. We have in the past, but yeah.
There are certain types of players that respond well to that style of coaching. Clearly, Marty Biron is one of them, right? However, there are instances where there were players that did not find that to be suitable for their game.
We had some comments coming in here. Old Gil says, Quenneville, Bowman, Babcock should all not be in the league if you don't hold leadership to the highest standards. And what are we doing here? Bussi says, Marty Biron, always a great guest, even though I disagree with him, Babcock. Yeah, that's good. We appreciate that. Yeah, and I'm sure Marty would appreciate that too. And then he even said it. He's like, hey, that's my perspective. And I think it's important to get And that's what we were saying too. Hockey NHL players will probably think about this difference. Edmonton Oilers players will probably think about Mike Babcock differently than Edmonton Oilers fans. Like Edmonton Oilers players might think, don't like some of that stuff. We're going to trust he doesn't do it again.
Right.
We're going to trust he's going to clean slate with us. We just want to win a Stanley Cup.
It was interesting, though, to hear, you talk about the ego side of Mike Babcock and the best-looking coach in all of hockey. Like that. That's just stuff like, okay. But that,
no one's ever really denied that. Like, no, that's the one thing about Babcock no one really pushes back on.
Is his ego?
That he loves himself.
Right.
I said a message that I got from somebody yesterday. Mike Babcock will be the alpha in the organization.
Well, I was on Twitter. I showed you a clip today of when he was in Toronto, and he comes to the podium. He was doing, whether it be after, I think it was after practice, and he said something about. He said,
"Have you Italian dogs?" Or
he
something?
didn't even come up and say, "Hey guys, who's up?" He just came to the mic and said, "Have you guys ever been to a TFC game? Man, they've got the best Polish sausage going. Oh, it was fantastic." Drinks the water. What's going on? Like it was like comedy hour with Mike Babcock, and everybody. It was kind of, I don't know. I mean, you could say that's personality too.
Yeah, I mean, I found, like, we always love having Marty on. Like he said, John Cooper is basically like that too, but he has more of a smile on his face. Now, we didn't have time to go on and on with Marty, but John Cooper's also never been accused of the things Mike Babcock's been accused of.
Right.
Like like strange stuff has happened with Babcock and keeps popping up. I personally, my opinion is that the Oilers, or the people within the Oilers organization making this decision, I think they are hell-bent on hiring Mike Babcock. And I will sort of be contrary to what you say, Jay. I don't think they're going to back down. I think this is going to make them dig in even more. No. We're right. Look how smart we are.
That's a good point.
We're going to be the ones that take a chance.
Well, talk about that. That'll be an ego battle.
Well, then they stay out of Babcock's way, I guess.
TBD.
780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Don't forget, at Tap 25, 50% off the entire menu, 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. That is 50% off all menu items at Tap 25, rivercreeresort.com. Zulu, I think, Zulu, I'm going to guess what you mean here. He says free agency is going to be interesting. Well, it always will be. Okay, so let's say they hire Babcock. Critical free agency for Bowman. And then what do free agents think? Oh, yeah, I want to play with Connor. Yeah, you know what? I don't want to play for Babcock. Or, like, how is it going to be perceived? I don't know.
It could affect players that are currently under contract.
Right.
You don't know that.
Well, I don't know if you're currently under contract, but free agents coming here.
Right. But, yeah, hey, okay, you were talking to me about removing my no move clause? Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah, maybe, yeah. 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Top of the second, Phillies leading the Blue Jays 1-0. Fired up for Gemco. Words of the day, all ahead.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL has opened a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss back in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. In other news, the Chiefs have agreed to restructure Patrick Mahomes' contract, adding 2 years to his current deal. The adjusted term locks him up through the 2033 season. The Jays, they're in action, closing out a 3-gamer against the Phillies. Top of the second, Toronto down 1-0 in Max Scherzer's return. He's on the bump currently, 2 outs for Philly. Empty bases around the majors. We got a handful of games underway. Mariners, Orioles, runless, top of the 4th. In that same situation, it's knotted at zeros between the Dodgers and the Pirates. Out east, the Spurs, they take on the Knicks. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. San Antonio picking up a win in Game 3. That snapped New York's 13-game win streak, making it a 2-1 series. Tip-off goes at 6:30. And soccer news, Canadian midfielder Ishmael Kone missed today's training session with a fever, making his status unknown for Canada's World Cup opener on Friday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood Leduc. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces right after the break here on Edmonton Sports Talk. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
One shopper. Finding something I never knew I needed. A jacket. A deal. One donor. Letting go of something so someone else can move forward.
One program participant.
Learning.
Trying.
Building skills.
Building confidence.
Building a future.
One purchase. One donation.
One job. One choice.
Goodwill is
The power of one. The power of one. The power of one.
The power of one.
Goodwill Industries of Alberta. It all starts with one.
The Oil Stream.
Darnell Nurse, I could see in the most Oilers fashion. I would almost guarantee this. I think he will get traded at some point. I think the writing's on the wall, and I think he's starting to see that. I think he's a smart man, but I could just see wherever he goes, he would just flourish. He would just be so good. Like the pressure's gone, clean slate. I think he could have a career year.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you bet with Play Alberta, you give back to Alberta. That's because it's the only app in the province that puts all revenue directly back into supporting programs and services that Albertans rely on every day. So next time you place a wager on your favorite team, know that you're also making a difference across the province through Alberta's General Revenue Fund. Visit playalberta.ca/EST to learn more. That's playalberta.ca/EST. Must be 18 plus. If you gamble, use your game sense.
It's the weekend. The sun is out, and everyone, yes, even the kids, are bored. Bring them to the Canadian Brewhouse. Our patios have games to keep the whole family going. Rooftop views, real turf to run around on, and misters for when the summer gets serious. Oh, and we've still got the game on. Always. All day, all weekend, all summer. The Canadian Brewhouse, Canada's best patios.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Thanks a lot for tuning in this afternoon. Good segment with Marty Biron. He's always great to have on the show. 780-218-9999 is the River Cree Resort Casino inbox. That's how you text us. You can post in the nasty chat. That's the chat stream down the right-hand side of the page on YouTube. Give the show a thumbs up. Hit that like button.
Click, click, click. Must you click? Please, please click. Must you click? You must click. Thumb, thumb, thumb.
We need 11 thumbs to get to 100. That's the minimum we want to get to every show. It's 5.5 hands. Time to get fired up. Or 5.5 people. Time to get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. We love trivia. We love doing things spur of the moment. So Max Scherzer, the 11th pitcher in Major League history to get to 3,500 strikeouts. Is that right, Coop?
Ask that one more time, sorry.
He's the 11th pitcher in Major League history to hit 3,500 strikeouts.
Yes.
So I'm going to try to name the 10 people ahead of him.
Okay. Good luck.
You have the list?
I have the list.
All right. This is really going to test.
Now, where do you want to start?
I'm just going to give names.
Scherzer's 11.
I'm just going to give names, and you can tell me where they are. I'm just trying to name the 10 people ahead of him,
Okay.
not where they are on the list.
Okay.
Okay. Nolan Ryan.
Number 1.
Is he 1? Okay.
5,714 strikeouts.
Roger Clemens.
Number 3.
3, okay. Cy Young is wrong. Okay. Pedro Martinez. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm going to... Bob Gibson. This could be very sad. Justin Verlander. Oh, Verlander is there. 8. Okay. All right. I'll take a stab at John Schmaltz. Okay. Will I have heard of all of these pitchers?
No, I don't think so.
Some of them old-timey?
Like Max Scherzer
is
11.
11.
10th is Walter Johnson.
Oh, I should have known that. He was Washington Senators back in the day. Okay. Oh, people can help me. Randy Johnson.
That's the one I was waiting for. Second.
He's second. I should have got that one. So, who have I seen pitch off this list?
I don't know. Maybe one more.
I
don't know. Like,
can you give me the league for the guy that I would have seen?
The league
or the era, like 80s, 90s? Is Maddox? Maddox wouldn't be on there.
This is 70s. Wow, this person pitched for a long time. 60s, 70s, and 80s. This player.
Tommy John.
No.
Was
New
he
York Met.
Oh, Seaver. Where's he?
6th.
Okay. And everybody else that is before 1970?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This next one also pitched in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, primarily with Philadelphia. Throws left.
Carlton. Steve Carlton. I should have got that one.
Good one.
Where is he?
Steve Carlton is 4th.
Okay. I don't think Koufax isn't there. He didn't pitch long enough.
No.
Okay.
This player pitched in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Bounced around, started in Minnesota, went through
Morris?
Texas. No. First name Burt.
Who was not Young?
Pittsburgh, Cleveland.
Who the heck is this? Burt
Blyleven.
Oh, yes, I should have known that. Yeah, I'm so angry now. Where was he?
5th.
Blyleven, yeah.
And you've got
So I have 7 and 9 left?
You have 7.
What era was he? Oh, well, somebody in the nasty chat says Kershaw. He's not that high, is he? No.
This person also pitched in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Longtime LA Dodger.
60s, 70s, and 80s.
First name, Don.
Drysdale? No.
Nope.
No, he was earlier. Sutton? Don Sutton's on the list?
7th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you're just missing 9th?
Okay, just give me the years first.
60s, 70s, and early 80s.
I hope people are playing along at home. Okay, well, that could be...
Started with the San Francisco Giants. Then Cleveland. Then Texas. San Diego. But mostly with the San Francisco Giants in the 60s and 70s. First name's Gaylord.
Oh, Gaylord Perry. Well, that's quite a giveaway.
Thank you.
Which of the 47 Gaylords could have it been?
It could have been Fokker.
Okay, so these are the pitchers these are the 11 pitchers with more than 3,500 strikeouts in Major League history. Nolan Ryan, Randy Johnson, Roger Clemens, Steve Carlton, Burt Blyleven. It's Blyleven, right?
Blyleven.
If I remember, yeah. Okay, Tom Seaver, Don Sutton, Justin Verlander, Gaylord Perry, Walter Johnson, and Max Scherzer. So who have I seen pitch? Nolan Ryan. yes. Randy Johnson, yes. Clemens, yes. Carlton, yes. Blyleven, yes. Seaver, I probably did, but I don't remember. Sutton, I don't remember. Though they were in my lifetime, though.
Oh, yeah.
I probably did at some point. Verlander for sure. Perry was in my lifetime. Walter Johnson, definitely not. What was his last year?
Walter Johnson's last year was 1927, Reid.
I did not see that. Let's go to his baseball reference page. Walter Johnson pitched from 1907 to 1927, all with Washington.
20 years.
Yeah. He won an MVP. He won a couple
years
MVPs.
ago he was pitching. That's crazy. 100 years ago, he was 38.
His ERA was under 2 like almost every year for the first 10 years he pitched. I know the game was a little different.
His career ERA was 2.17.
What year was this? In 1910, Walter Johnson started 42 games, 38 complete games. A little different, eh?
Wow.
Well, there won't even be 38 complete games in the majors this year. But there's got to be complete games by season. I'm going to Google this, everybody. Yearly, what is this? Is this the right stat? Oh, no, this is not for the whole. Yeah, this doesn't give you the whole. Okay, well, I'll tell you this. Last year, 3 players tied for the major league lead with complete games with 2 each. So there probably were several guys with 1 each, so it probably didn't get to 38. It's a little different, eh? Here's Complete Game. Complete Game has its own Wikipedia page. Oh, here we go. Historical Major League Baseball complete game trend. So they went every 10 years from 1904 to 2024. In 1904, there were 2,186 complete games by pitchers, 87.6% of the games. In 2024, there were 28 complete games in the majors, 0.6% of the games. Had a complete game by the pitcher. A little different.
North South Skater says, "Oh, Reid, you're so learned."
Oh,
Papa Homer, you are so learned.
Learned, son. It's pronounced learned.
Well, I didn't do very well, so I got Nolan and Clemens on my own, and Verlander I got on my own. You gave me hints for all the rest, right? Disappointed I didn't get Randy Johnson. Disappointed I didn't get Carlton. Yeah, probably the other ones. I guess I can't be too hard on myself. What do you think?
I thought you'd get Tom Seaver.
Well, okay. Randy Johnson for sure. Actually.
Randy Johnson was a surprise.
Okay, so which one of these guys played for a Canadian team? Nolan Ryan, no. Randy Johnson, yes. Clemens, yes. Carlton, no. Blyleven, no. Seaver, no. Sutton, no. Verlander, no. Did Gaylord Perry never had a cup of coffee with the Jays, did he? I don't think so. And then Scherzer's a Blue Jay now.
It doesn't show
I don't think he did.
That he was with Toronto at all.
Gaylord Perry. Baseball Reference is a great website, by the way.
Any of the references.
Yeah, that's true. Gaylord Perry pitched till he was 44. 10 years with the Giants, 4 Cleveland, 4 Texas, 2 San Diego, 2 Seattle, 1 each Atlanta, Kansas City, and the Yankees.
Nolan Ryan pitched till he was 46.
Oh, that's true. Well, didn't he throw a no-hitter in his 40s? I think he had 7 no-hitters. I remember he beat up Robin Ventura. He was the guy, he held him, was like giving him a noogie.
Oh, yeah.
That's fired up. Random trivia for Gemco. Wait until you have my trivia question tomorrow to give away 4 vouchers for Riverhawks tickets. Oh, people are going to be upset at that guy who said today's question was too easy because Rusty Staub was the answer.
Yeah, that's going to be bad.
All right, words of the day when we get back.
Amid the Oilers' pursuit of veteran head coach Mike Babcock, the NHL has opened a full investigation into the 63-year-old's tenure with the Blue Jackets. Babcock stepped down as the team's bench boss in 2023 following allegations that he invaded players' privacy. In other news, the Chiefs have agreed to restructure Patrick Mahomes' contract, adding 2 years to his current deal. The adjustment locks him up through the 2033 season. In top of the third, the Jays are in action. Game 3 against the Phillies, closing out their series. Philadelphia leading 1-0. Max Scherzer on the bump, making history in the game 1 of 11 pitchers all time in the MLB to record 3,500 punch-outs. Right now, no outs for Philly. Bryce Harper at bat, a runner on first and second base. Soccer news, Canadian midfielder Ishmael Kone missed today's training session with a fever, making his status unknown for Canada's World Cup opener Friday against Bosnia and Herzegovina. On the court, the Spurs take on the Knicks. Game 4 of the NBA Finals. San Antonio made it a 2-1 series after snapping New York's 13-game win streak in Game 3. Tip-off is scheduled for 6:30. This sports update is brought to you by the Ranch Golf Club. The Ranch Golf Club delivers premier conditions, top-notch service, and unmatched value every round. It's why they're Alberta's top choice for corporate golf events. Visit theranchgolf.com to find out more. Words of the day wraps up the show next. Here on Edmonton Sports Talk, I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Afternoons.
There's red flags galore here. There's more cautions in a NASCAR race.
Yeah.
And the Edmonton Oilers, who couldn't wait for Bruce Cassidy until the play, are now going to wait for Mike Babcock investigation. Like, this is beyond ridiculous. This is the worst case of desperation I've ever seen from a professional hockey club.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Get ready for a night of legendary Canadian rock. The River Cree Resort and Casino presents Honeymoon Suite live on June 25th. Sing along to the hits that defined a generation, including New Girl Now, Feel It Again, and more, as Honeymoon Suite takes the stage for one unforgettable night of music and energy. Don't miss Honeymoon Suite June 25th at River Cree Resort and Casino. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
I may have to bring something in tomorrow for a visual aid for my trivia question.
Really?
Yeah.
Care to tell us what it is?
Nope. Something simple. Well, we will have a trivia question tomorrow to give away 4 vouchers for Riverhawks tickets. We had them today. We had a question today. Who led the Expos in home runs in 1969, their first year in the majors? It was Rusty Staub. Somebody in the Nasty Chat posted that, even though you were supposed to text it in, and then they wrote, too easy, Reid. Okay. Sorry for wanting to have a winner. I guess I'll acquiesce to that gentleman and be like, okay, we'll make the trivia question a little harder. Why not? What are you peering at?
Nothing.
It's time for the words of the day for Edmonton Public Library. How about this? Gather a team of fellow detectives and head to the Stanley A. Milne Library on Saturday, July 25th for Locked Library, The Bookcase, an after-hours escape room adventure. Whether you're a puzzle pro or just looking for a one-of-a-kind night out, Locked Library offers suspense and unforgettable fun in one of Edmonton's most iconic spaces. Tickets are now available for this library fundraiser at epl.ca/Locked Library. Early bird pricing ends on June 30th. An escape room mystery adventure in the Milne Library.
Unbelievable.
Pretty interesting.
The word of the day with Reid and Jay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
What do they got to say?
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Let's find out.
English, do you speak it? Then you know what I'm saying.
By the way, we hit 100 thumbs.
Hey-o.
Thanks for clicking, everybody. Still click if you haven't. Oh, home run. Phillies here, 4-0.
First word of the day. This is a Bootski edition number 33. First word of the day. This is a noun, scofflaw.
Well, I think this is the spelling as you think it might be. Scofflaw.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not sure what this one is. This another word for nonsense? Okay.
My buddy, who has never paid even one of his many parking tickets, is proud to be called a scofflaw.
Someone who avoids punishment?
Yeah, I'll give you a quarter point.
Okay.
A scofflaw is a person who habitually ignores, flouts, or disobeys the law, particularly someone who ignores minor legal regulations, refuses to pay fines, or fails to answer court summonses.
So they scoff at the law, basically.
That's the definition of the word. Yeah, scofflaw. Second word of the day, recalcitrant. Recalcitrant.
Okay, well, again, I'm pretty confident with the spelling here. RECALCITRANT.
Dun, da, da, da.
And is this somebody who's defiant and a little mouthy?
Oh. I think these words have a theme.
Oh.
I think. Recalcitrant, stubbornly disobedient, defiant of authority, or highly resistant to control.
I might know somebody like that.
3.25 out of 4. Not
a bad day. Not a bad day at all. That is not so bad. All right. Fun show, everybody. Good talking Babcock with you. We had Marty Biron on the show. Tomorrow, we'll have World Cup score updates because doesn't Mexico play in the afternoon?
I believe they do.
Mexico, South Africa. We're going to have a really cool World Cup and local angle on the show, so that'll be fun. We'll keep you updated on whatever else is going on of note. On behalf of Zachary Kubish and Jason Milne, I'm Reid Wilkins. Enjoy your evening.
Dun, da, da, da.